clicked start. So
Hello.
we are currently live streaming. Just so you know.
Hello, all my frosty friends. Welcome to Discord, Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my god.
Greetings. Hello.
Sound like Liam on his specials, his one shots. Oh gosh. Better say where he's like, oh god, I can't do the Stephen Hawking voice essentially, like the robot voice.
Why? Hello. No. It's time.
Only
it's
while
time to play.
It's time to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Yo, Frosty Man, Oculus, how have you been?
Hello.
Oculus.
It has
How
been.
was your day?
It's been a hot minute, my dude. How you been?
Last time on D&D.
All right.
Surely you haven't been infiltrated by a great ghost these past few weeks, right?
All right. Well, just so we don't spend too much time because it's already past midnight, we're going to go ahead and get started. But first things first, what is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Wintercasice, and welcome back to Discord Dungeons and Dragons with the Solaires, Tiny, Valve, Herma, and Stray.
Hello.
I am here.
About to say, doing good, Oculus. I'm doing good, my dude. About to say, it has definitely been forever. Like, seriously, it's been forever. But anyways, just so we can get started right away, let's go ahead and hop directly into last time on D&D. After the party had a successful fight with the Hydra that had somehow become resurrected and became a little bit more powerful than you anticipated, you guys decided to get to work in repairing gear, and you ended up talking to Daldir and Golemtis, the two mayors of Makanali, where they gave you some more insight on the potentials of what the Broken Skull is trying to do, and also to give you all a warning. A warning that a individual known as the Utoruk will be coming into town within the next few days. They weren't sure when, but within the next few days. You guys decided then to head back and do various shopping, getting various different kind of supplies, and then last but not least, one of the players deciding to get just absolutely drunk. In getting drunk, Blue awoke to not being able to find his, if I remember correctly, his bag of holding and his coin purse. I got slapped 3 times. I mean, does it shock you?
No.
Does it truly shock you? But
It's a true Jack Sparrow moment right there.
But in the meantime, one player is exhausted as he has been trying to fix his weapon overnight and not to any avail.
Shut up.
But now
You don't know.
You don't know. Hey, are you guys playing some D&D over there? So now, without further ado, we sink back in. Blue, you have just been reaching around your body and looking around, and you can't seem to find your bag of holding or your coin purse.
I look around the room to see if I dropped it somewhere.
Roll a perception check. Well, no, you're taking the time to look around. Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Wow, way to start this off. You are constantly dropping to the floor, looking around, looking under tables, moving people, and you're looking so thoroughly that even the people behind the bar are just kind of like, wow. But you can say without a shroud of a doubt, it's not here.
I suppose I leave the place to go ask around to see if anyone's seen someone with a blue bag of holding.
You just see Daniel while watching you look around. He looks at you like, everything okay, Blue?
Someone robbed me.
Oh. You got a little too tipsy last night, didn't you?
Yep.
You should know the rules, as he points to a sign on the wall that says, "You get keep a close hand on your belongings." Literally, it's just like one of those basic signs you find in a bar where it's just like, "Hey, keep your eye on your stuff." But it's done in the olden times.
Fine.
It's fine.
The olden time.
The olden times.
Had no plans for today anyway, so guess I'm gonna go find my stuff.
Holdeth onto your belongingeth.
Hold it on 2S, you will
Alright.
be good.
All right, now that you're on the streets and you're gonna start talking to people, once again, are you just looking, or are you like stopping people and talking to them?
Stopping people and talking to them, asking if they've seen it.
And
With a blue bag holding.
in that case, that would be another investigation check.
Okay. Good, but how's investigation?
Repeat that, Mr. Robot.
9.
9. All
It's
right.
a 9.
9.
Ew.
No to the 9.
No to the 9.
My brain broke.
All right, let me just check something real fast. You're asking around, and people, you're getting the sense that even if they did know, there's a chance they might withhold information. You're talking about a bag of holding, and a bag of holding is worth a lot of money. So you gotta feel like you talk to some people, but you get this inkling of a feeling that even if they knew, they might not talk about it.
Alright. I go back into the bar, and I go up to Garnan's room.
All right, you do that. Just
Where are you going?
casually knocking on this door.
I kick the door open.
Garnet, you're just resting peacefully and having to get
I've been robbed!
all of a sudden just it's like that scene like all of a sudden like you see a bird like just chirping away. All of a sudden, Gary! I've been robbed.
Fresh blue. Okay, what?
Someone stole my stuff!
Shouldn't you find someone else to... Why are you coming to me?
'Cause you are big and strong and can intimidate people.
Fair enough.
He does make a point.
Garnan gets up, grabs his Ravager, puts it on his back, and just shows Blue out the door.
Onward!
Shirtless too.
But so you guys go out and now you're taking Garnan to investigate.
Yes. Investigate and intimidate.
All right. Well, then I would like you both to roll investigation checks.
That's...
Can I give him advantage instead?
If you'd rather, you certainly can give him advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That's sweet.
Okay. So as you're kind of getting around to talking to people, and as you're like stopping people and say like, "Hey, have you seen this? Have you seen this?" You find one character who seems a little sketchy, and Blue, you come up to him and it's like, "I'm looking for this. Have you seen it?" And he's just like, "I'm not talking. I don't feel like saying nothing." And then just Garden just koosh, koosh, koosh. Pardon.
Pretty please.
Well, now that you mention it, I may know something. I might have seen a woman. That's right, a woman. Let's see. Well, looked like she was in her early 30s. And she was snooping around. You said you were staying where? The Gray Mirror? I think that's what you said.
That is That is correct.
She does normally it's normally a prowling grounds. Pulls out a cigarette. Typically her prowling grounds. She's a pickpocket, you know. I don't know who exactly she is, but everybody just calls her White Feather. Some say she has an affiliation with the Thieves Guild, but I don't know.
Does this name sound familiar to Mr. Blue Man?
But I say, Garnet, roll a. In this case, it would be a. You're trying to remember something. Roll a history check.
Probably not.
Bardic Inspiration!
No, 6. Ow, Bardic Inspiration, you say? What is that, a D8?
D8.
Yes.
Oh.
14.
14. It sounds familiar. You would know that there's a lot of people in the criminal underground that typically have like aliases, like pen names for who they are. White Feather, you think you've heard of her. You're not exactly sure though. She seems, but you're not sure though. You would assume that a lot of people go by fancy names. The White Feather does sound familiar. You don't, but with only a 15, with only a 14, you're not exactly sure. Pickpocketing, maybe.
All right. Thank you for all the information.
Not a problem. Drops the cigarette on the ground.
Did he finish it that quickly?
Yes.
That man's gonna get lung cancer.
Yes.
You scared him that bad.
And you watch as the tiefling walks away.
Was it a cyan tiefling?
No, it was not a cyan tiefling. This was your standard red tiefling.
Fucking nerd. What a noob.
Nerd.
Blue walks back to the gray mirror and
You do that.
I kick open mine and Stray's door.
Cool, like
Mine and Kazir's.
Kazir, you're just waking up. You hear all of a sudden, koosh!
Kazir!
Kazir
I've
kind
been
of jumps.
robbed.
Kazir kind of rolls his eyes. Of course you would have gotten robbed. That's one of the things about drinking so much. Kind of chuckles.
I go over and flick his head.
Hey, cut that out.
Just you wake up one of your friends. It's just like help, and all of a sudden, so you wake up. So you
Not cool, man.
not cool. So Kazir, I assume you take the time to tell Kazir what happened,
Yes.
and you talk.
Well,
You talk about.
Well,
Go ahead.
while Blue does that, Garnan's gonna
Garnet's gonna go do what?
go to Henrik's room.
Okay.
He's at a different place.
Oh,
Can
was
you
he?
hear me?
I thought
Yeah.
he was with us.
Yeah, I can hear you, Stray.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
What?
He's dying for some reason, even though it's being.
I have my own room at the Restful
Sorry,
House.
sorry.
Gar-
Didn't mean to derail.
Oh, never mind then.
No, it's all good. Garnan and the rest of the party would know that he's staying at the hen.
The
Well,
head.
I forgot.
I say, looking at my apologies, pulling out my list of the set. I took notes and created the city on a notepad. I was at work and I was bored and I wrote down all the details of the city on my phone, rather than
Understandable.
the Restful Hen is the. You guys would know that
Yes.
he's at the Restful Hen inn. But yeah, So I assume you took the time to tell Kazir all the details and then talking about the tiefling who gave you more info.
Yes.
Which, Kazir, I would like you to roll me a history check.
I would like
Alright,
to give him bardic inspiration as well.
Okay.
And enhance ability.
Are you actually going to take the
Cast
time to
ability.
Ah, got it. Sorry, my brain.
It's early.
An 8.
Roll it. And 1d8.
1d8 because it gave you bardic inspiration.
Oh, wait, 1d8?
Well, your
Yes.
d20s and then a d8.
Oh, okay. So, the 1d8. God.
It's all good.
There.
So
Like
15,
that?
15 plus your history.
Let me pull that up because I restarted the computer. I don't. Zing.
It would be about a +1, I presume.
What did you say? Oh, history, right?
Yep.
+1.
Plus 1.
So yeah.
So
Yeah.
so a 16. You've heard you actually have heard of this person. Not a lot though. But as a white feather, but as a this woman is supposedly a professional pickpocket. You don't know too much about her solely because of the fact that your affiliation of knowledge here in Atharia is limited. If this was Uskar, I would have given you advantage because that's your home country.
Understandable.
But here in Atharia, your knowledge is limited. You have heard of the White Feather, but it's pretty skim knowledge. You do know that she's a pickpocket, and she is known to go after more valuable things.
Cool.
But as far as like where is she, who she works with, and like where is she from, like no idea. And you can't even list any of her like actual like her heists or anything like that, just because it's what you got for a 16.
Basically, you only know the basic amount.
Yes,
A little
Garnet.
bit more than people know, but not.
Similar to Garnan, you've heard of her, but unlike Garnan, you can confirm that she's definitely a pickpocket.
Yeah. Understand.
So, still no information.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of know a few people who we could get in contact with. I'm trying to remember. Oh, the mole. That's different. Sorry, my brain's kind of.
The mole.
I was gonna say the wrong mole in, but that's a different. Wrong name, different town. Sorry. Trying to remember where Kazir met the thief.
That would be the Broken Tankard.
Broken Tank.
Yeah, the Broken Tankard Tavern.
Kazir suggests that they go there because it might be a lead.
Good enough. Let's go.
Good enough. All
Yeah,
right.
it's. Well, I mean, his only other option would be using the thing, which is more of an meant to be more of an the dagger of calling,
Yes.
dagger of fury.
Yep. But I say you would know that yes, you were told that you could use the dagger to contact them, but it is more of an you would know it's more of an emergency thing.
Yeah.
So you guys head over to the Broken Tankard.
Yes.
Are you taking anybody with you?
Yes.
We take everyone but Sleepy.
Wow, you're not gonna take the dwarf with you? All right.
I'm just joking about
fuck.
taking Henrik. I mean, it's his call if he
Um,
wants to or not. Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
So let me get this straight. You want to wake everybody up, and you want to all
No.
go to the Broken Tankard.
No, just me, Kazir,
Yeah.
and if Garnan wants to go, him.
All right.
Yeah,
I
that's
could go for a drink.
I could go for a drink. I like a nice stiff drink.
I do leave a note for the others, telling them where we went.
Okay, so you just leave a note, or just talking to Daniel and telling him like, "Hey, this is."
Yes.
Like, you
This
just let
is
them
where
know.
we go. Tell the party.
Sounds good. So, Kazir, Blue, and Garnan make your way to the Broken Tanker Tavern. You do pass by the Restful Hand on your way, so if you want to talk to Henrik, you certainly could.
I suppose I'll talk to Henrik.
All right. So,
Drop in and give a little hi.
so you come up to the Restful Hand. The Restful Hand looks like it looks like a step up from the Grey Mirror. It's a little bit more of an uppity place. Like,
Pardon me.
it's a little bit more of an uppity place. As you walk in the door, the place looks a bit cleaner than the Grey Mirror. It's a lot more ornated with flowers and stuff. The room looks a little bit more quote unquote professional. And as you come in, you see a gentleman. You see a dwarven gentleman who has a very well groomed beard, and his hair is kind of slicked back, and he just looks at you like, "Hi, welcome to the Restful Hand. How may I be of service?"
Looking for Henrik.
You got a full name?
Henrik Bluethorn.
Let me take a look at the registry. As you see him reach down before and pull out he pulls out his big book as he looks through it. Yes, Henrik Bluethorn. Yes, he is. He's rented a room. Are you looking to speak with him?
Yes.
Not a problem. As you watch, he snaps his fingers, and you see a human fellow walk up. He's more well dressed, but it's a cleaner shirt, tucked into his pants and everything. And he just looks at it like, "Yes, sir. Go and look for the Mr. Bluethorn, who's in room 3 upstairs. Would you mind?" And "Yes, sir, absolutely." And you watch him go up. Henrik, you hear on your door.
We actually heard the sound effect. Wow.
Yay.
Yay!
Oh, man.
You just open the door. You're like the person from the Addams Family.
As you open the door, Henry just poured some water on his face.
You see a well-groomed gentleman walk up and go like, Mr. Bluethorn, Mr. Bluethorn,
Yes.
you have a visitor downstairs. I was not informed of a name, but he seems like a festive fellow.
Do you have a more physical description than festive?
He has blue hair.
He
doesn't. He has black hair.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, apologies. He has black.
Well, it's been a few days and possibly.
Well,
cleaned
that's
up.
true, and Blue has not said that he re-dyed his hair.
Nope.
So it would start.
He has blue hair with black highlights.
Yes. He looked like me after I dyed my hair blonde. Like my brown hair was there, it was underneath it.
Don't remind me.
I liked blonde hair
That's
though.
the time in the channel.
What do you mean? I had a great time being a blonde. I'm actually getting ready to dye my hair again.
Oh no.
But I'm actually
Sorry.
I'm actually going to be doing a split hair color.
He can come.
But we'll let that be a secret for now. So anyways, you were told blue hair with black highlights.
He can come in.
So you watch as Blue and Party, you guys watch as the guy comes back down and he goes, he said he would be down momentarily. He seemed rather tired. Oh yeah,
Might
also
have been up all night.
the staircase going to the upper floor is a spiral staircase.
Nice.
Fancy place this is.
Wait, let me.
Fancy it is.
I
So
suppose I wait for them.
a few moments passed. Henrik, are you going downstairs or are you waiting for them to come up?
I was gonna have them go up because I'm too tired to do stairs.
So like
Garnet,
five.
order the cheapest thing on the menu.
So like okay. So about to say, looks like the cheapest drink is a. The cheapest drink seems to be. They have their own mead. They have their own special mead. It costs for one glass. It costs 2 silver.
Jesus Christ, never mind.
For the cheapest meat, it's 200 gold.
It's 2 silver.
Yikes.
But I
Oh,
say,
2 silver.
yeah, it's 2 silver, not 2 platinum. Jesus, calm down, you guys.
That would be 20.
Yeah.
That would be 20.
What I say it would essentially be 20 copper.
Fine.
Okay, so you spend 2 silver.
Yeah.
He pours it into a very nice looking tankard. You take a drink. It actually tastes pretty good. Like you're used to like any like shit that's in a cup, but it's like as long as it's strong, it's good. But this actually like it has some strength to it, but it actually has some flavor. Like it actually is pretty good for a drink.
Roll a con save.
No, if you got stronger stuff maybe, but you gotta understand the owner of this place is a dwarf.
Yeah.
So I mean, definitely. But anyways, 5 minutes past. Oh my god, that voice break.
Whoa!
Ow. That sounds fabricated. God.
Whoa! Anyways, so 5 minutes passed. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes passed. Nobody comes down.
After 10 minutes, I storm up to room 3.
Okay. So you go upstairs. Kazir, are you just following Blue, or are you getting a drink like Garnan, or?
I'm sticking with Blue.
All right, so you follow Blue. Garnan, while you're waiting, you watch as the dwarf comes up to you. Would you like some breakfast or anything?
Depends. What do you have?
Well, you see, we have this we have a nice refreshing. We started slow roasting some pork last night, so it'd be nice and well cooked for the breakfast run this morning. Not so many people have come in yet, but we should be seeing them come in soon. You could be, if you want to, you could be the first breakfast of the day. We also have some fresh eggs that we have cooked up and everything.
I don't eat pork, but I will take some of those eggs.
Absolutely. We'll get that ready to go for you. It's just a simple breakfast, so 5 copper.
He pays.
All right. And especially since you didn't get the meat, it's cheaper. But I say while they're up there just for flavor, food humor. He comes back with a plate of eggs. You kind of just dine in a bit. They're very well seasoned. These are actually really good. Like you're actually pleasantly surprised.
Noted.
Like obviously how you show it is up to you, but you're pleasantly surprised with how good this is.
He spits it out back on the plate.
Motherfucker!
God
Now,
damn!
he has a surprised look on his face and nods a little bit.
Fair enough. In the meantime, so Blue Kazir, you get to the door with a fancy-looking 3 on it. It's a very fancy font. You're not really sure how they came up with this
It's in
writing style.
lobster font.
But you do see the door that's labeled 3.
Open it loudly.
Just
Yeah.
I got robbed.
Shit.
What?
Henrik, you're just working through the night. The morning comes. Gosh, I was robbed.
I love the cat running gag now.
But I say it's better if you do it in the batches of 3. That's the rule of comedy.
Yep. I can't do it again.
No more, no less than 3.
But yeah, the door gets kicked open, and you just like, I've been robbed. You see Henrik, who's like covered in like grease, like workman's grease, and he looks like he's been like hasn't slept at all.
Which is
What
sad.
the do you want?
Just telling you that I got robbed, and now I'm looking at you, and why didn't you sleep?
Gun
You
broke.
you do see
Can't fix.
you do see the light shot currently on a workman's desk in the room, and it looks like Henrik's got all of his tools and everything out. As you could probably assume that he's been working on it all night.
Do you want help with that?
Sure.
But I say,
I want to lay down.
You said you got robbed, right?
That is, yes.
Okay. Here, and I hand him one of my pistols.
Oh no.
So basic
No, no, no,
lesson.
no, no, no.
Basic lesson.
Oh.
Hold it like this. Look at the thing you want to die. Then you
think
can
I talk-
squeeze the trigger.
Shut up!
You gotta use
It's not
a
funny.
gun. You gotta use a gun, just like you see that thing over there you want dead, just twist it sideways and pull the trigger.
And then
God.
after you pull the trigger, you're gonna cock this thing back. You're gonna like pull it backwards.
Just twist it sideways and fire it, and then once you realize that it's such a stupid way to fire a gun, you put it back up and then fire it traditionally.
Okay. Have fun with that.
Do you want some help fixing that? So you don't stay up?
How can
Another
you
day.
help?
I just wait around my conductor stick a bit.
Just
I can inspire you.
I inspire
what?
you.
In the middle of the sentence, Taylor just like nods down, almost goes to sleep, and he wakes back up and he's like, "You can what?"
Let me sing you a song and a
Just-
tale.
Try and fix the gun again.
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Okay.
I just imagine just
Bardic inspiration.
Henrik's trying to do some work, and Blue just walks in and goes, zippity doo dah, zippity yay.
So that's a 12. That's a 22.
Oh.
My oh my, what a wonderful day.
Winter. A 22 has to succeed, right?
Zippity doo dah, zippity doo. Sorry.
Unfortunately,
The-
it does not.
Does a 22 do the trick?
I'm about to say 22. But I say after a lot of work, a lot of grease, after
It's
one
still fucked.
one more twist, you hear a ching, and you see some of the gems light up on the inside.
He twisted one bolt and it came like.
But yes, it is fixed now.
You.
You've got mail.
You go to sleep. We're gonna.
No.
Do our...
I need to go somewhere.
Okay.
I can do some hunting. Just look at Sokka. He thinks he's an earthbender. Take that, you rock.
I'm gonna pick up what I started yesterday. I'm gonna go find filming,
Okay. I leave.
and then I leap out the window.
I also, I do love how Walf got that reference.
What?
You're on.
I'm eating chow mein. What happened?
Fair enough.
Did you? You just jumped out a window? On the second floor?
Don't worry, the water will break my fall.
Don't worry, my legs will break my fall.
Henrik, I would like you to roll me an acrobatics check with disadvantage because of your point of exhaustion.
Think I can't do this?
Oh,
You'd be right. 5.
5. So you go out the window. Fortunately, it was open. But as you go out the window, you just Garnan, you're just eating your eggs, and all of a sudden you hear
Can I like peek out the window just a little bit?
Hold on. I'm gonna roll something because you also were you holding anything as you fell?
oh no!
He was holding his gun. Picked it up.
Just gonna roll a check here real fast.
Oh
My
no!
big gun,
Look
I
at
have a
get
small
frozen
gun, I have
fixed.
pack, and my jug inside my pack.
As you fall, you hear a
I swear to fucking God, if you broke my light
I
shot.
called it. Oh,
I
as you.
ow!
I'm not that mean.
No,
Did you break
please,
the
that
light
would be
shot?
so funny.
That would be heartbreaking.
You
No.
get up and you do no, it was a really bad roll for you. You get up and you look at your gun and you realize that you accidentally cracked one of the gems.
Oh my
which
god.
gun?
Oh,
The light shot.
shoot.
Mother! Can I load my quick? Can I load my quick saves?
What?
Can I load my quick save?
Your quick save? No, this isn't a video game.
Well,
Here's the
Too
thing.
bad.
I do golf rules, so and unfortunately, the die gave me a 3, so yes, that's not good for you. Higher is worse. You didn't like break your gun in half or anything. You just cracked a gem. It doesn't seem like it's like broken, but you do see that you do know as a artificer that could be a problem.
Just put some duct tape on it. It's fine.
Put on some duct tape. That'll take care of it. Mm-hmm.
Do I have any sort of way to mend it right now that wouldn't
You have
take half
mending.
a
Do you
year?
have mending?
Yes, I have mending.
You think that might do the trick?
I'm gonna do that shit.
All right. You concentrate on the crack and you watch as it just start to and it comes back into one piece.
Fuck you, God. You fucking tried, but you failed.
You're lucky I rolled a 3. If it would have been 100, you would have broke that gun in half.
I would have mended that shit together too.
Weird. I'm
Technically you
not
could.
hearing. My brain broke.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Never mind. My head's just not working right.
Sounds good. So, that being said, I assume you all decide. Well,
sounds good.
where's Henrik going? Henrik said he's going to go find filming.
Yes, I had stuff I wanted to be filming yesterday. If that was interrupted by Mrs. Sheehan.
Oh shit! I can't hear Mora. I actually can't hear him.
Why not?
Might be muted.
Did you mute me, you
Let me
sour son of a cat?
try logging.
You
back on.
lily livered.
Oh, and he's gone. To the broken.
Okay,
whatever
while
it
he's
was.
gone, let's start spreading rumors. Oh wait, he's back.
he's
Never
back.
mind. Headies.
Wait, maybe I can spread the.
Yeah, I'm back. Faster than a blink.
So Henrik's on his way back to the Grey Mirror. In the meantime, I assume you round up. You guys watch as he falls out the side of the building.
I'm just looking.
Also, with that shitty landing, take 4 points of damage, Henrik.
Ouch.
Hey, Winter, funny story.
Deserved though.
Funny story, Winter. I'm on 6 HP.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Is Mora still talking?
You're still hurt.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
why
still
don't I hear
sucking.
Mora now.
Have you muted?
maybe
him?
my voice is too divine
No.
for you, cat.
At least I don't
Check.
think I
Jack.
moved accidentally somehow. Oops.
Hello.
Hello.
Senora.
Accident.
Oh, bye.
Okay,
They're just trying to
what?
share the screen.
I'm confused now.
Stray just called me.
He almost called me too. Anyways, so what's this roll for?
What?
Oh no, that was the roll for your acrobatics check. Never mind, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
So, you you get up, and you're just like, ah, I'm up. Where's that crocodile bastard?
Does Garnan see Henrik fall out of the
Yes,
fucking window?
yes, you
Yes.
did see it. That's why I said that while you're eating your eggs, you look out the window and you just see, ah!
Garnan's gonna go over, open the window. What the fuck was that about?
Leaving in style.
You slept?
No.
Where are you going?
Fucking all bye.
Classic.
You know what? Okay. I'm not doing that. He just closes the window and continues eating his eggs.
At that point, as you're finishing your eggs, you watch as balloon because you're just come down the stairs.
And this
Wasn't
one
me.
followed me
I
out the
didn't do
window.
it.
Did he do that voluntarily?
Yes.
Man, it's like Skolva never left.
People do dumb things when they're tired, sir.
It is true. This is very true. Even the smartest people. I just find it funny. Of all characters, Henrik, who's an artificer who's taken the time to like learn a lot of things. Apparently, when he's exhausted, he thinks he's fucking evil Knievel.
What HP are you on?
6.
God.
You just line out the window. I'm okay. Oh, ow!
Is
My gun broke my fall.
Let's go meet contacts.
You just watch the dwarf go. That was weird.
He's supposed to be the smart one of the group.
You guys are in a lot of trouble. You watch as he continues cleaning a glass. Either way, if you're looking for business or looking for a drink, come back to the Restful Hen.
All right.
Do you have a razor, perchance?
A razor? For how you mean for shaving?
No, for cutting my fingernails. Yes, for shaving.
Typically we wouldn't, but as you see him stroke his very well groomed beard, I happen to have a few personal ones. As he reaches down below the bar and comes back up with some pretty nice looking razors.
Is there shaving cream? Is there medieval shaving cream?
It'll cost you 1 silver.
Done.
You pass him a silver, and he gives you a decent sized. You would know that going to shop at general stores that some stuff is like in pretty good condition. These razors are immaculate. Like they look like they're well sharpened. They look like they've been taken care of. This person must obviously take hygiene very seriously.
Garnan mutters to himself, trying to make the dwarf hear it. I have some pubes to get rid of.
Whoa!
Hold on, I'm gonna check something. You see the dwarf blush.
Oh.
I'm getting rid of your pubes.
Garnan is going to he's gonna go back to did they tell him to go with him?
Yes.
They did? Oh fuck. Okay. Never mind.
I mean, you could always say no and walk away.
No.
Come with me on a lizard escapade to find the crocodile.
Come with me. Let's go and see a place called Candied Island.
Yeah, we need muscle.
I don't know if anybody would get that reference.
Good question, sir.
Huh?
Question.
What's up?
Would me falling out of a window and being able to take damage it somehow make me a bit less tired?
You would still have you're awake, but you still have that point of exhaustion.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes, falling out of the window gets your
Yeah, falling out of the window is definitely equal to
Hey,
full
That's
sight.
normal logic.
just be
Are you guys
thankful.
even thinking here?
Just be,
Or am I having to do all this?
just be thankful that you didn't roll a natural one, because I would have considered Henrik might fall asleep from falling.
Knock himself out.
Ow.
I'm gonna. Can I stop by Uncle Dude's place?
Uncle
Alright.
Dude.
I want to get him some. I'm gonna get him his concentrated bean juice, not his coffee.
It sounded like you said concentrated beet juice.
Concentrated
For a
bean
moment.
juice. You may. Okay, I will say. We'll get to Kazir and them in a sec. I'll say that you were able to head up to. You were able to head up to the potion shop, and you do see Uncle Dude with a fresh pot of coffee.
I love that it's become his official name now.
Uncle
Yeah.
Kid.
What was his name before? Like Reginald or something?
Yeah, better say Reginald. Yep, he is the father of one of the owners.
Uncle Dude, coffee.
Ah, looking to get some fresh bean juice.
Yeah.
You watch as he pulls out the beaker, and he pours you up a glass. A nice steaming mug.
No. I need a bowl of this shit.
You need a bowl of Cuban coffee.
Yes.
There's Cuba in D&D? What?
No, it's a Gabriel Iglesias joke.
Yeah, that was basically what I was going for.
Yep. No, I got the reference. he gives you a beaker of coffee. This is what you get.
What?
Hold on, let me check this. Let's see how strong this bean juice is. Oh shit!
What? Wait, did it actually?
It doesn't kill his point of exhaustion, but like a cartoon, you take a sip and it's just like when Jerry drank that milk that Tom poisoned, and it's just like to quote my friend Travis, actually quoting him, and there's a story behind it. He'll never see. Yep, you heard correctly. There's a story behind it, and let's just say it's something that I won't go into detail because he's my friend, but it is one of the funniest things that I've ever experienced with him.
Oh, dang!
Well,
That's no fun.
I won't talk about it on stream at least.
Oh, all right.
I'll
Remind.
doubt he'll ever watch this, but if you do, Travis, love you, buddy. Just in case. Anyways, but yes, you're very much alert. You're still tired, but you are alert.
Wait. Thank you. How much do I owe you?
It's on the house, man. You've made lots of potions for us. Hell yeah. Temporary alert feed. I don't think I'd go that far.
I'm gonna go find silver.
Magic coffee. I'll have to keep that in mind, though. That's not
I'm
a bad
gonna
idea.
go find silver.
But it sounds...
Well, I mean, enchanted wine, then there's got to be enchanted coffee.
Enchanted bean juice.
Give me some of them sweet bean water.
It's just beans and hot water. It's like tea leaves and cold water. Uncle, that's all tea is. The fact that my own family member would say that.
I need to rewatch that one.
That was when they were embossing, say.
Yep.
That was like height Uncle Iroh humor.
Everyone loves Iroh.
Well, yeah, that's because he's like one of the funniest characters, and also one of the most knowledgeable, very wise, and a badass.
I'm gonna go find Filmer Gerber.
All right, sounds good. So while you go to find Philman, let's get back to Blue, Kazir, and Garnan. So you may start making your way, and Kazir, you've been here before, so you are familiar with the Broken Tankard. However, for the rest of you guys, you go to this pretty shaky looking bar. Like Garnet, you kind of feel more at home here as when you've done your missions before joining the party and everything. Like this is the kind of environment you're used to when it comes to like the criminals. And Blue, obviously you performed in places like this before, but not your preference. It's a pretty nasty looking bar. And by nasty looking I mean like there's like obviously like spilled drink on the counter. There seems to be like some broken furniture. There must have been a fight here not that long ago. It's a bar. It smells like booze. But yeah, it looks like there probably was a fight not that long ago, and they just haven't fixed the table yet. And behind the bar you see a dirty looking gnome. A female. As you walk in, she's just like, "Hi, how can I help you?"
I'm straightforward. Okay.
I don't actually. He was just being quiet.
Sorry for being quiet. My brain kind of not work right today.
It's all good.
I should Kazir forward so he can do the talking.
Well, aren't you a pretty kitty? As she's
Zero
Yep.
clears his throat and kind of gets close to the guy and says,
Girl.
"Oh, girl. Sorry, I meant to say girl. Like I said, my brain not working and barely hearing my own head think. Focus." I walk up. Kazir walks up to the girl and says, "I'm kind of looking for someone."
Are you looking for someone? Well, we're all looking for someone. Gives you a wink.
Not that kind of.
Not that I'm. Yeah, look, I'm looking for.
He's not here to fill your perverted needs.
You got something to say there, Curly?
He's married.
Funny, so am I. Just because you're just like just pulling on his leather a little bit, just like God, fuck. But what can I do for you, sweetie?
Someone robbed me and we're looking for information.
Well, information, eh? Roll a persuasion check.
Alright. That's a 25.
With disadvantage because you decided to insult her.
That's a 15. Actually, I'm gonna use a point of lucky.
Okay, use
That 15.
use a point of lucky.
Can you guys hear me now?
I see an apartment.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
wow. So,
Okay, you're done.
straight, you have a pretty rockin' mustache going on.
He left the call.
It's a pretty rockin' mustache. Did you guys see that?
Do I roll two more times or?
With lucky, you get to roll one more time.
Okay. That's a 24.
24? All right.
Hold on, this stupid thing keeps putting the volume low.
Stray.
There we go.
Well, before we continue, I will say this: Stray, you got a killer mustache going on. I approve.
Thank you. I don't know what happened. It shut down for some weird reason.
Yeah, it's a weird.
Where did I
Discord's
cut
weird.
out?
It's all good. Basically, you cut out after Blue decided to step in and when Blue stepped in and tried to talk to the person. She was hating on you, and you were just kind of like,
Okay. Kabir says, I'm trying to. Someone stole my buddy. Kabir kind of quiet. Says,
I already rolled a persuasion check and got a 24.
I would say that Stray would probably have led the conversation, but you would have been backing him up. But we'll use your roles because of the fact that for convenience. Sound good to everybody?
Yes.
Feta gouda chevre fromage. What reference is that, Walf?
I don't know.
It's a reference.
What is it a reference to?
It's probably a show you'd like.
Ri-
It's Tipo and the Age of Wonder Beast. It's on Netflix.
Oh.
Interesting. You'll have to send me the name later, and I'll look it up.
You'd probably
What do
like
you
it.
mean?
But back in the character, Stray, as you're trying to convince her to give you some information, and Blue, you're just kind of like behind him, going like eyebrows raising. Sorry, that's just how I imagine in my head, just like
Yeah, I can picture that too. Her hitting on because he's trying to get information from her, and she's just like can't get her thoughts out of there.
And then like Kazir is just trying to be like, you looking for some information, if you don't mind. And then Blue's just like behind him, his eyebrows continuously going up and down, like She looks at you both and just kind of goes. She kind of gives a sigh at you, Blue, but she seems like, you know what, you seem okay. But looking back over to you, Kazir, she's just like, interesting. Well, let's see. Sorry. Sorry, Herma. Either way, sweetie, what would you like to know?
You said the lady's name was the person that stole Blue's bag was White Feather.
White
right?
Feather.
Just making sure. I believe
A woman named White Feather.
Yeah, I know. And I believe the person's name is White Feather. That's nickname.
She looks at you. I see she robbed you.
Well, my buddy. Pointing to Blue.
Blue, shoulders up like, wah, wah. He just slowly zooms in on Blue's face. Da, 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 da. Oh. Can't remember what the name of that song is, but either way, she looks at you. She kind of looks at you.
No, it's called.
Yeah, it's one of those like, it's a song specifically made for a cartoon, just to kind of put emphasis on a situation.
Wah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that.
Like that. But she kind of looks at you and goes, well, I'm familiar with her. I'd like give her an Italian accent all of a sudden, just like, I'm quite familiar with her.
A bit of a Brooklyn accent, maybe, would have fit her.
I'm walking here. Yo, taxi. No, her voice is like it's kind of like my stereotypical like deep voiced woman, like, thanks for subscribing, honey. But she looks at you and goes, I'm familiar. seen her around. Just gonna be. I'm gonna just use a closer thing to my voice because I'm laughing at myself because I'm just it's such a ridiculous voice.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm familiar with her, but you gotta speak with my boss if you want details. No. She looks at you and goes, "So you're looking for some information on her? I assume that you're looking for." Just trying to find her.
Yep. Wanted to find her and talk to her.
Well, there is
Talk to her.
there is an inn in town that she might be in. It's a little bit more eccentric than what you're used to. As she looks over at Blue, it's a place called the Swollen Tusk. It's a pretty popular inn for all the orcs and gnolls in town.
I've heard of the Swollen Tusk, haven't
Hmm?
Haven't I heard of the Swollen Tusk?
No, it wasn't on your list.
Does Kazir know it's the Swollen Tusk? I'm pretty sure he doesn't, but
I think
just
you
making
went
sure.
to this one.
Oh yeah, I'm derp.
You've been to the Broken Tankard, but none of you have gone to the Swollen Tusk. Henrik knows because he's been in town for quite some time. This was
Oh, yeah, true.
this was a place that was constructed after Blue left.
Oh, okay.
I was told about it.
I think you might have been it might have been mentioned to you, but you're, as far as you know, like, doesn't sound familiar. But she looks at you and goes, "Do you need directions?"
Yes, please.
Probably for the best
So she
that
gives
we get some dirt.
So she looks at you, Kazir, and like she starts like using her fingers on the sticky bar to just kind of point, like tell you how to get there. And you just see her just kind of swirl her finger around as she's just kind of looking at you. But she gives you full directions on how to get there.
All right.
Don't be afraid to come back again sometime, honey. Gives you.
No problem.
Beautiful friend if you want to meet him.
She looks over at Garnan. Not my type. Help.
Said beautiful.
Kazir gives her 10
Alright,
gold.
onward.
This is for your troubles. Thanks.
How much do you give her?
10 gold coins.
Oh,
You give her 10 gold and she looks at you like, like what's his name? Like the character from the Dark Crystal, like,
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
Can't remember the name of the character, but just the guy who's just like he's my favorite character from that whole movie because it's like,
this reminds me from a part of Critical Role Campaign 2 where I think
Hold on.
Fjord.
What did Tiny say? I'm not sure if he broke up just for me or for
no,
everyone
no,
else.
for everyone.
Okay.
This reminds me of a thing from Campaign 2 where Fjord accidentally booked a thing with the owner of a bar.
Yep, I remember. Yep, that was I can't remember what the name of the bar is off the top of my head, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, so you guys, she looks at you and just like you watch as she tucks the gold in her cleavage, and she looks at you and goes, "Come back anytime." I assume you guys walk out the door.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm comfortable.
You go out the door. I don't know how Garnan feels about that whole situation. Well, while softly quiet, I'm very curious about how Garnan's reaction to that whole situation was.
He was not paying attention until they mentioned his name.
Like, what? Sorry, I zoned out. I was too busy trying to act tough.
Once he heard his name and realized that the gnome was staring at him, he said, "Not my type." He just kind of took a double take and just looked off into the distance.
What? So, but yeah, you notice that that Kazir gave her 10 gold and she put it in her cleavage. Told her to come back. I told him to come back anytime.
He just ignores it.
I just assume like everybody else, he just awkwardly shuffles out. Like no. So you guys get outside.
Did they tell Garnan to come back later, or?
No, she was looking directly at Kazir.
Oh, okay.
Because Kazir gave her money, basically.
Hey, well, she found you attractive prior.
Yeah, that was kind of a stupid move on Kazir. If he...
she has a fetish for catfolk.
Oh.
He's a furry?
She's a furry. And no, it's one of those things. Like I was writing out the character, I'm like, what would be this character's like weird quirk? And like I have a whole chart of like weird quirks and everything for characters. And this one's like, oh, attracted to a specific kind of person. I'm like, oh, cool. Let's see what this is. Rolled for it. It's like race. Oh, okay. Well, what race? Roll dice again. It's like tabaxi. I'm like, wow. Well, Stray's gonna have a weird time here.
Yeah. Let's just say if Kazir was single, that would have went a bit differently.
Oh, you have a thing for gnomes?
Well, it might have, but I'm just saying.
you never know. Life finds a way.
Yeah.
There's a Swollen Tusk.
But either way, I assume you come out because you're just like,
Yeah.
So you got,
Odd. The other day, I actually had something like that happen in real life.
oh wow, nice.
It was not nice. She was drunk.
She was drunk, and you're just like, nah.
No.
I feel that.
Kind of personality, that handsy. Ooh, you're so strong, so handsome.
No.
Especially when, like, no.
No, I understand that completely. I don't get hit on often, but I do get hit on occasion. Abby is not a fan of when I get hit on.
That is something I would pay to see.
I get hit. I've gotten hit on by like single moms. Like it's a weird situation. So Stray, I feel you. I absolutely feel you, man.
Ooh, look at that sexy dad bod.
Well, here's the well, for starters, fuck you. Second of all, I was the last 2 times I got hit on. I was at the grocery store with Elena, which was ironic. Specifically Elena. And shut up, Blue. Shut up, Tidy. But well, I get. Hey man, when I get hit on, I kind of like, I'm that stereotypical guy that like blushes a little bit because I'm just like, you're hitting on me. Because I'm one of those people that just does not get hit on often, even though ironically all my girlfriends have asked me out, I didn't ask them out. Hello, what's up, Dragon X? Welcome to the chat. You came to a very awkward story, but I was at the grocery store with Elena, and both times, and I don't have a wedding ring or anything like that because I'm not officially married. I was just walking around getting stuff, and I was talking to Elena, where she, me and her were just goofing around because obviously I'm her dad. And this woman's just like, "You're such a nice father," and I'm just like, "Thank you." And she's just like, I mean, who's this, sweetie? And I'm like, this is my daughter. She's adorable and everything. And like, oh yeah, she is. So, and then like, just like the hand, like casually puts her hand over mine while on mine on the cart. And she's like, so is there a Mrs.? And I'm like, that's when I kind of realized, oh, you're hitting on me. Oh, yes, there is a Mrs. I am very much spoken for.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then, but like those are the kind
in front of the kid.
In front of the kid. That was.
God, that's extreme.
I'm not saying that she was unattractive, but I am saying that she's not my type.
Yeah, no, I agree. I understand.
Just like, and then the last time I got hit on was actually at my current job, and it was I didn't see her kid, but like, you know how you could tell when someone has a kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, Winter.
You can.
I was just helping her find something, and she was, and because she asked for my help, and as I was helping her, she's like, "Okay, cool, and this is a good item." I'm like, "Yes, this is a good item. I can verify from other people that this is definitely a good item to use." And she's like, "Oh, cool. Can I get your number and everything so I can make sure it's good?" I'm like, "Oh, you're looking for my employee number? Okay, well here's the." She's like, "No, your phone number." And I'm like, "Oh, no, no." I'm happily spoken for. Thank you. Those are just like very weird instances where I was very flustered and very embarrassed because I'm like, oh, you're hitting on me. No. Every time like I do like every time all my friends have done like scenes and where I've done scenes with them about I don't have a phone. Goodbye.
Sorry, I use a rotary. I don't remember.
Every time I do everything longhand, so if you want my writing address, I will give you my PO box, but that is the closest you're gonna get. But no.
Swollen Tusk.
To the Swollen Tusk. So it doesn't take you guys long to get there. It's not that far away. It seems like these two places probably work in cahoots with each other because one's an inn and one's just a bar. But you get there and it's like the Broken Tankard. It's kind of a broken down place. Doesn't look like it's like in great shape. There's a little bit of a bar here, but it's very small in comparison. It looks more like a room that kind of like if you went to like a motel. It like the small like breakfast rooms. Don't know if I'm, speaking to people who actually know what I'm talking about.
I do.
It's like
I've been places.
it's like going to like a Motel 8. But anyways, so you go there and you see, you do see.
I muted myself for a moment.
No problem. You see a pretty hulking like orc man behind the bar cleaning some glasses and setting up some drinks. Even though it's pretty early in the morning, there's already some people drinking. You walk in
the bar.
You walk in and you do see you see like 3 or 4 patrons. Nobody looks like. You see 2 orcs, a dwarf, and what appears to be a female lizard folk.
Alright. I would like to go up to the bar and say in orc. Have you seen the white feather recently?
Yeah, straight up, just ask if you've seen.
Yeah.
As you walk up in orc, he
Straight up just
responds,
asking.
"Well, I haven't seen her today, but I know that she comes in."
Do you know where her residence so that I may speak to her?
Yeah, what's it to you?
I just want to have a talk with her.
Roll a persuasion check.
Rolling good persuasion. That's a 29.
You just look. Your eyebrows go up and up. He looks at you, raises an eyebrow. You see the man has pretty decent sized tusks. This guy's like full-blooded orc. You look at the side, Blue. He is not a member of the Ulnuk tribe. He has a different tribe. He has a different tribe symbol on his shoulder.
Then this guy is okay.
He looks at you. What's up, Bob?
What?
I thought I heard you. I thought your thing blipped, and I heard a noise. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you see something, dude? I'm sorry.
My knee popped. My mic might have picked it up.
Okay, I thought I heard like some of you like trying to say something. Apologies.
No, oh, you're good.
But he looks at you and he just kind of goes, "All right, you're just looking to talk to."
Best friends.
You see him pull out a card and he hands it to you. "This is her information for her services. Follow the address, you'll find her." And you see the giant hulking orc get back to work.
I accidentally.
Garnan was looking at him with a face full of confusion the entire time.
Which, by the way, all of you guys, unless you, Garnet, you do speak Orcish, so you do understood that whole conversation, and yeah, that was weird. He was my favorite character to like write stuff for.
I don't blame you.
Like his voice.
His whole thing was based off of the character from Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. There's one pirate who's like super silent the entire time, and then finally he's like, "And so we go to war."
I remember that character. That was so off-putting.
Yeah, he looks like such a manly character, like full beard. He's like he's decorated. He looks like a guy who like should have a raspy voice and is ready for a fight. But he's like, "And so we shall go to war." I have fun writing these characters. A little too much fun, I assume.
Yeah, no such thing.
So, you guys follow I assume you guys followed the card?
Yes.
Same, Tiny. Same. But you guys follow the card. Would recommend it, Welf. It's actually really good. But you follow the card, and it doesn't take you long. It shows you get to a house that you guys it looks practically abandoned.
Mm.
But this is the place. Garnan.
Huh?
I would like you to roll me a history check.
Ooh.
Specifically
okay.
you.
16.
This is off-putting to you. Because you're starting to... Now some pieces are starting to connect in your head. Especially now that you're in front of a place like this. You're kind of like, this is weird. What is... that's strange. Why would somebody give you a card to a broken down... Oh, fuck. Shit.
Is this an ambush?
As you start to look around, you start to see figures starting to surround you guys.
Oh, fuck. Guys?
We are gullible, aren't we?
Pulls out the gun and shoots it into the air.
You do that, and you watch as a bunch of other people just...
Oh, that's not...
And they're all pointed at you guys.
Oof.
That's Henry Kudos.
Wait, hold on. Before we continue. Hey, babe. I hope everything's going good. She's in the chat.
What?
Abby's in the chat. You guys look around. Blue fires into the air, but you see you guys are surrounded by a handful of people that are pretty well dressed. Like, way too well dressed. And they're all holding guns that are pointed at you. And then you see a woman walk up. She's wearing... the best way to explain this is she's dressed more manly than she should be. Like, she's wearing like a suit. She's almost practically wearing a suit. And you see she's also holding a pistol pointed directly at Blue. And you see she's wearing a hat that looks... She's wearing a rider's cap, which is very similar to like a fedora. With a feather. A white single feather in her hair, in her hat. So I
Did Henry hear the gun?
So I hear you've been looking for me.
Heard right.
Did we run into the fucking mafia?
I did tell you guys there was one other organization you haven't met yet.
We ran into
Yeah.
the mafia.
Now we have.
But Garnan, with your criminal background, you're familiar with this group.
Suit the razors.
Have I worked for them before?
Yes, you have. These are the people that typically hire muscle for missions. And yes, their
Yep.
entire inspiration was the mob.
That's amazing. Have I met
Crosses
this
is-
woman in particular?
This is Whitefeather. This is the person you're not you've heard of, not super familiar with, but you've heard of her.
Okay.
And with your guys' low rolls, unfortunately, you haven't rolled high enough to know that she would be affiliated with this group. And yes, this would be
Wouldn't have known her.
this would and as Tiny said, Raiders. This is their thing. But
Blue crosses his arms and looks at her. You heard right.
did Henrik hear the gun? You know what? Henrik, roll a perception check at disadvantage because you still have that point of exhaustion.
Would the coffee help?
Because Uncle Dude gave you a cup of bean juice, I'll say it's a straight roll.
Up bean
Cool.
juice.
Cool. Just making sure you guys can still hear me, right?
18!
You did hear a gunshot.
Henrik decides to not go get Reptile Man and go. Well, no, he's gonna get everyone and then go towards the gunfire.
All right. So you're on your way to the Gray Mirror. You're currently now, I'd assume at this point, running.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are running.
All right. So while you're doing that, we come back to Whitefeather, who's looking at you, goes, "Well, since you decided to track me down and everything, let's have a chat, shall we? Why don't you go into the building, if you please?"
No, I think I'm good to stay out here.
No. We insist.
Why are you pointing a long stick at me? Is that supposed to threaten me?
Garnan, does a 17 hit you?
Yeah.
Oh,
She fires at your foot.
Oh, you fucking whore!
That takes 7 points of damage. Yes,
Leash.
yes, I read your comment, Abby. Gosh. Hold on.
Blue walks into the building. Not really caring.
The deer follows blue.
All right, so you guys go into the building.
No,
Blue's keeping his cool.
I can't walk
He
now.
did just want to talk.
You can walk. You can walk, Garnan. That just hurt more than anything else. It's not like your foot stopped working.
Roll.
It just was like a sharp knife to it.
It hit your Achilles heel. and
It's like someone shot you in the
you
foot.
bleed
If
to
that's just to describe it.
Yeah,
Smart ass.
you'd be limping, but you'd be okay.
So Blue and Kazir are just like, all right.
Just keeping my cool because I did
Can
actually
you guys
just want to talk.
Yep.
Can you still hear me after I mute my mic?
Yes.
We can hear you. We can hear you right now.
My mic is muted right now. What the hell?
Well, I can hear you.
Oh, this is just like when we were playing Paladins, and I tried to mute myself, and you guys could still hear me.
Discord
Hooray.
being
Speaking of which, I gotta play Paladins. So there's two new.
Yeah.
Now there's two
No,
new.
No, you don't. It's not good.
New character.
Just-
Go inside.
All right. You guys go into the building. Garnet, I assume, very begrudgingly does. Or are you gonna?
He is staring her down, muttering under his breath, "Fuck you and your long stick."
Fuck you and your long stick. So while you're going to the building, Henrik, it doesn't take you that long to get to the inn. And I assume you get there and start like going to. You see people. You see everybody's mostly up and they're just kind of eating breakfast at this point. Except for Knackle, who seems to be enjoying a nice little cup of olive oil.
We're down. You have to.
Well, everyone, what can I say? Blue went ahead and did blue. We need to go save his ass.
Roll a persuasion check.
With disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You tired.
Natural 1.
They look at you like, what?
Oh,
A tooth falls out from the
Gunshot.
fall.
In the gunshot, that way. Blue said he was going to go investigate something, so I'm assuming it's blue.
And they kind of look at you like, oh, all right. And you just see film and just go like, what'd they get themselves into this time?
I really like Feldman.
I know that you're tired, but have you taken a going through right now? I put of exhaustion. I'm on 6 HP. I barely fixed the gun.
You also don't know
After-
where they are.
I am going purely where the gunshot came from.
You heard 2 gunshots.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2 gunshots. Was I able to pinpoint where the gunshots came from?
I would say that you would have a general with that how high you rolled. You had a general idea.
Okay. How'd you like I would know like a
Somewhere
relative building or like a southward area, or like any sort of like direction.
It was more of a northeastern section of town.
Northeastern. Gotcha.
And you would know that the north side of town is a little rough because it's where the orcs and gnolls and everything have joined Makanali. And you would also know that northeast is kind of a shadier part of town.
And Blue told me that he was searching down a criminal, right?
Yeah, you were. Yep, he did tell you that he was robbed and looking for somebody.
The only thing that make this better is a sending spell.
Hey, what's
Okay,
up?
we're gonna go sending spell. We're gonna go northeastern now.
All right.
Head towards the gunshot came from. And I'm going to try to convince them to run with me by getting on their carriages, and I'm going to get on my horse, and we're going to go book it.
You're now a federado now.
Yes,
Looking for
we
the
are.
outlaws?
Police cars arriving on the scene. Look,
We
if-
gotta
if
go.
they're
Them
the mob-
Pinkertons are coming after us.
If they're the mob, we're the LCPD. You understand?
I'm just gonna assume this conversation goes well. They're with you because you comment after everything and also Daniel told them why Blue and all of them aren't here. That the stories do align. So
It works. It just works.
it does work. Your convincing works as the party does get up and follow you.
I'm the negotiator.
Have you roll me an investigation check?
Alrighty. Disadvantage again. I would presume.
Yes.
14.
You don't necessarily know exactly where they are. However, you do remember that Blue said that he was heading to the Broken Tankard. You do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good place to start an investigation.
Okay,
Let's
we're
chase
heading
now.
towards the Broken Tanker.
Well, so while you're on
Where's the broken tanker?
Henrik knows where that is.
Yes.
That would have been funny, just like now. Where is that? That darn elusive place. But you guys go into this house. Again, it looks abandoned. Then you see a staircase in basically the middle of this broken living room. Why'd you walk down?
Blue walks down. Not really showing any fear or anything.
Blue, you would be more familiar with this group's tactics. You grew up in West Tray, so where their influence is the strongest. You're familiar with how their tactics work. But you're not used to like how they operate like Garnan. That's what
angry than more agitated than scared.
just like God fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like, here we go again.
They're not. They are very much not like the broken skulls. They're like crazy.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, but I mean, hauled off, by a group of bad guys.
They're the mafia.
They're not like the
They are
Broken
the-
Skull. They're not gonna just straight up kill you.
They're gonna
They're
ransom
gonna
you.
have a nice little talk.
So as you guys,
Ransom's not too far off.
so as you go down the staircase, yeah, it goes quite a ways actually. What was that, Well?
I didn't say anything.
God, your fucking microphone keeps making it sound like you're saying stuff.
Yeah.
And,
It did.
and anyways, you guys, so you walk into this house. It's a broken house. Like it looks like it's like a real piece. But going down the staircase and everything, but then they start leading you down a staircase, and the staircase goes a while. Like, just to put this in perspective, you walk down these stairs. It takes you 5 minutes to go down these stairs. So you're going pretty deep.
Oh, it hurt. Yeah.
Eventually, you get to a door, and as you get to it, you see her walk up to it and just go, "Stay put."
Are they about to cask of Amontillado him?
Hmm?
Are they about to cask of Amontillado him?
But you you watch as she walks up to the door, and you just hear, and you see a section of the door just slides open. You see an eye slit. So I see you found him. Indeed, I did. You hear a, and you watch the door open up.
Oh.
And now you guys are in a massive lounge room. Like, this looks like a swanky looking bar. There's like different good kinds of furniture. About to say, you do see there's a bar on the side, and it looks like there are quite a few people like, hey, oh yeah, like drinking and having a good time. But you do see that everyone just kind of looks over as Whitefeather walks in, as you guys bringing you guys along. Well, boys, it looks like we have some company. Why don't you say hi to the Solaires?
Kazir visibly winces.
Only part of that. Whatever.
Like, shit.
Exactly. Just making sure you guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry I keep asking, it's just, a bit paranoid now.
About to say, you watch as you come in, Kazir. In this room, you notice a very familiar black-furred tabaxi.
Kazir takes...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Kazir takes notice, doesn't, but, he notices it, but doesn't show it.
She looks at you and she's surprised. Like she...
Who? Who is he saying?
He's seeing a very familiar black-furred tabaxi.
That doesn't help.
You don't know her, well.
Oh, okay.
It's his contact with the Thieves Guild.
Okay.
But everyone just kind of you hear like a rattle. Ah! Yes, everyone seems to be clanking glasses. And she looks around, and then she looks over. You're gonna go ahead and see the boss man. So why don't you come along? Not like you have much of a choice.
My foot hurts, you asshole.
Well, if you would just listen, then there shouldn't be a problem. She gives you a smirk. And she leads.
Just sword. Beware.
She continues walking, and you feel some guns pressed against your back as they're insisting you follow.
I'm just walking deliberately.
Yeah, because you're willingly.
Garden rolls his eyes and walks.
You guys get to a very there's a different room past this room, and as you walk to this door, you hear a very familiar once again, and you see once again the eye slit opens up, and they're just looking at you like, "Did you find them?" "I found them." And you watch a pretty large, a decent sized door, but you see, but as you're passing through the door, you do see there's quite a few locks on this door. And as you walk in, you come into a decent sized office. There's quite a few chairs in here, but just like the bar, it's pretty swanky. It's pretty nice looking. And as you walk in, why don't you describe what Darvis looks like?
Oh no! Wait, Garvis is
Go ahead, Wealth. Come on, you
Brother.
wanted it, didn't you?
I was kidding. Fuck off.
But no, seriously, describe what Darvis looks like.
Seriously?
Who's joking?
Oh, I know.
Wait, for
Oh,
real?
For real.
Do it.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
really real.
Speak, bitch.
Where is he?
You see him as he is currently sitting behind a desk, looking directly at you guys. Describe what he looks like.
Well, Darvis, we're in like a thieves guild place, right?
Yep, this is a mafia-like place, but very similar to the Thieves Guild, yes.
Okay. Well, he wouldn't actually be a cyan-colored tiefling.
Go on.
Darvis, when he's not around people he trusts, he actually looks like a black-haired human. No horns, nothing. Just a standard citizen-like human.
Oh, so we wouldn't recognize him as this character.
No, you would not.
No, you would not, but you see that he's pretty well dressed, black-haired human, sitting behind a desk. Fucking Darvis. You told me to get creative with him.
Cool.
Of course, he was not necessarily exactly like him, so there's a bit of a story to this character, Wealth, so you're gonna have to let me voice him for now.
Oh, fuck.
I know, but he may have sustained some suspicious stuff, so bear with me.
Do you even know his voice?
I don't know his voice, but I have a workaround.
Make him a French pirate.
I have a
Well,
I have a workaround because he probably would be trying to disguise everything about him.
Yeah.
So which means I can do a different voice, but if you end up playing him, you could change his voice any way you want because he would just be disguising himself.
In a human form, he is a slow talker, a little bit slower talking, but he would basically just have an American accent, pretty much.
Noted. Just standard American, so like the way we normally talk.
Yeah.
or
Okay.
like Texan.
Slower talking, though.
Well. Look who we have here. What'd you bring me now, Whitefeather? And you see Whitefeather just look at these individuals. If Our information is correct. That is Blue Ward, Kazir of Uskar, and this is Garnan. Interesting.
We're talking to Darvis right now?
Yes.
Okay.
The rest of you may go. White Feather, stand to the side. The rest of you, take a seat. Let's have a conversation.
Blue sits down, still backing up.
Kazir sits as well.
Garnan sits down.
Can I offer you guys a drink? Maybe a smoke?
Garnan raises an eyebrow.
I would like a drink, but last time I did, I was robbed, so
You see White Feather smirk at that.
I have to rob.
You watch as this character reaches behind the desk and pulls up a one of those fancy like glass holders of alcohol. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, the ones with like the glass screw-on tops.
The glass screw on top that looks kind of like a diamond.
Yeah. He opens it up and he pours up 4 drinks. And he basically passes 3 to you guys, so you guys can easily reach it. And he picks up his own glass and goes, "Cheers." Takes a drink.
Garnan.
Yeah.
takes a sip.
Blue just keeps sitting back in his chair.
Reluctantly drinks it. Takes a sip of his drink.
Okay, so you drink, Garnan drinks, Blue refuses.
Yeah.
Alright. Garnan and Kazir, I'd like you both to roll Constitution saving throws.
I only took a sip.
I know.
It's poison. Because if so, Kazir has advantage.
Fuck.
Oh, wait. How do I have advantage? Oh, yeah.
You have the necklace on.
Necklace. Yeah, I forgot about that. Haha. Thank you, Tiny.
Would he have advantage?
Yes, because this well, I mean, it's a poison, but not a poison.
Alcohol is a poison.
Yes.
7.
So for Kazir, that's 16, 17?
What am I checking?
Constitution saving
Constitution.
throw. Henrik could.
+2.
+2, so 17. Kazir, this burns like hell going down your throat. You're just like, you drink and you're like... Garnan, this hurts. Like, you just drink and you're just like... it honestly feels like someone lit a fire in your throat. Like, it hurts so bad that you almost spat it out. He looks at you all. I see you can't handle your dragon whiskey. You're,
Hey, I had some of that before.
Oh.
Anyways.
Blue takes a sip.
Like to roll a Constitution saving throw.
With advantage.
Yep.
That's 15. But hold on. 15 save plus 4 to con, so that's a 19.
19. All right. You take the drink and you're, like Kazir, it's hot going down. It's not bad though. You kind of like it. Like it's an interesting flavor. It's kind of smoky.
Haven't I had it before?
This is different from what you've had.
Okay.
Like you've had like straight dragon whiskey before. This seems kind of special. If you catch my drift. However, if you were a tiefling, you wouldn't have a problem drinking this.
Hold on. How can you handle that?
What are you talking
Garnet
about?
looks bewildered.
What are you talking about? I love this drink. You see him drink it with
Man
no
can handle his
issues.
whiskey.
The fuck?
So,
Garnet takes another sip.
roll another Constitution saving throw.
Why do I have a? Oh,
10. Or not 10,
Damn it.
13.
You're definitely handling it better. Like the second time around, it doesn't hurt as much. It still burns like hell going down your throat, though.
This is bullshit.
yeah.
You
Blue,
So why-
you handle it.
so. You're the Solaires.
Part of
Be right.
I've heard a lot of things about you.
Where's my familiar?
Are they good or bad?
A little bit of both. Good things of your talents and abilities. Bad things, you tend to get in trouble with organizations like ours.
Garnan does that sideways nod and takes another drink.
Roll another Constitution saving throw.
Really, Garnet's about to start getting really drunk.
13.
Oh God, hold on.
I give
Yes.
Garnan my booze.
You're still you're still hanging in there, Garnan. You're starting to feel a little bit of a buzz.
Silently coughs to himself.
I'm fine.
Can I get a water?
A little tears going down his face.
Whatever it takes. But
He's
you,
just staring this guy down, like, how can you handle this?
you just watch as he pulls out a cigar and just. So, I'm going to assume that you know who we are.
You're the Raiders.
He looks over at you, Blue. Coming from somebody from Westray? Glad to see you know who we are. As you watch as he blows smoke in your guys' direction.
I blow on the smoke, sending it back.
And probably curious why I asked you to come here.
You could say that. Zero.
I just want my stuff.
I'm more curious as to how the fuck you can do that.
Man can handle his whiskey. What's wrong with that?
I can handle whiskey.
Blue,
Hi.
you feel a weird tingling on your arm.
Oh.
Nice.
I would like to use the cloth to wrap around it to try and hold it tight. Could someone get me a knife or fast?
Wait, is Darvis the boss of these guys?
Yeah.
I thought he was just like an assistant or something. What the hell?
He
Blue
full
actually said that.
asking for a knife.
Yes.
You see White Feather come over and hand you a pretty sharp looking dagger.
Alright. I let go of the arm and hold the dagger. Yeah.
You watch, you guys, well, Garnan and Kazir, you would notice this too. You watch as a blue and black snake starts coming down Blue's arm.
I'd like to try and stab it.
Say, you can definitely try. Roll to attack.
Oh God. No.
That's a 10 plus. That's 15.
Broke up.
That's a 15.
15. As you stab the dagger down, it goes through the snake and into the floor, and the snake keeps going through.
Aye.
That's when all of a sudden you watch as a hand just captures it, like an ethereal hand.
Dang it.
As you see White Feather has cast a spell on it.
Winter, do you want Darvis's spell list real quick?
If you want to send it my way, you certainly can, but this is White Feather who's casting it.
Okay.
Probably,
I'm just for future reference, because you might want to.
And also, just for your sake, he's not the boss. He's a boss of this area.
Okay.
He's not like the head of the whole thing. Like, no, he even commented in Westray. That's where the main party is. Like the main the main gang.
Okay.
He's a district leader, and you don't know technically the full affiliation he has. It's almost as if the DM is not disclosing all information.
So, you're not who you look to be.
Who I
Blue
am,
looks in the eyes of Darga.
who I am is of no importance to you. What I do is of no importance to you. All I want from you is a favor. You see,
Alright.
I want to make you an offer that you can't refuse.
Wow, I've been hearing that a lot.
Seeing as how she shot me in the foot, I think it'll be pretty easy to refuse.
You just see like a small chuckle start to come from him as he looks at you. Oh, my large blue friend. She could have done worse.
He raises his eyebrow, looks over at her, gives a wink.
She just smiles, and you guys watch as the ethereal snake is now being pulled towards her.
Okay.
You watch as this individual looks over at the snake and looks back at you. I see that you've dealt with Theander.
Yep.
Not exactly what I thought would happen. Whitefeather, if you don't mind. You watch as Whitefeather looks at this, and you watch as her hand starts to glow a blue with a purple tint. And you watch as the snake just starts to fizzle into Don't need anybody coming back for me. I have things to attend to. Now, let's talk about why we brought you here.
Alright. Blue just leans back in his seat, props his feet up on the desk.
Kazir is just sitting there with his arms kind of folded, listening.
Blue, does a 19 hit you?
Oh shit!
A 19 does in fact hit me.
Does? Ooh.
You take 5 points of damage as you get shot in the foot by Whitefeather.
Ooh.
Blue does not lower his feet.
Tiny.
Hi.
I don't want. Kazir doesn't want Tiny to die. No,
He looks over at you, Blue.
I don't want Tiny to die either. He's my friend.
I mean,
Get your foot
I said-
off my
I said
desk.
what Blue- I thought I said. That's what I meant.
Fine. Blue puts down his foot. Only because you asked so nicely.
Now, I assume you're looking for this. As he puts your bag of holding in your bag of coins on the desk.
Yep. That's what I'm looking for.
Sorry for the ruse, but didn't know who was keeping their eyes on you.
A lot of people.
I can.
Garnet is just staring at Darvis like, you are so familiar.
So,
Continue.
I have a favor to ask of you.
Seems that you don't like the Neo-Naga. Why not?
The Neo-Naga is a cult that has been causing problems for some friends of mine. And they've been interrupting business. I don't like it when people interrupt my business.
Well, then I guess you'll like us, because we took down their outpost. One of their outposts, anyways.
Indeed. And that's actually what led us to finding you. We were a little hesitant to act out at the moment, as one of our former killers turned on us. Unfortunately, you haven't taken her out.
Guessing her name is Rosara, and she sucked.
Yes, you would be correct. She was, when I joined this outfit, she started taking missions that weren't from the Raiders. And, as you can probably tell, not exactly favorable among us. But she's not why I called you here. I would like you to do us a favor. If you do it, there could be coin in it for you. There could be favor in it for you. The Raiders like it when we have some cooperation.
Well, from what I've seen, you're not as bad as a broken skull, so I have no karma with helping you.
As you mention the broken skull, he scoffs. Those maniacs. Like hell, I'd want to work with them.
Now that I think about it, has Garnet met Darvis before?
Roll a history check.
13.
You have not met this individual.
Okay.
He looks at you. Believe it or not, this mission might actually... Your mission might be aligned with ours. If you want to hear us out.
Because your nods, kind of.
It's the Razors, is how he's pronouncing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
If you want to hear us out.
I'll hear you out.
You see, the broken skull is actually what I wanted to talk to you about, as you seem to have a problem with them.
More than a problem.
I want to kill every last one of their members.
A big problem.
You see a massive smile go across his face. Blue Blue Garnet, because you're like, this guy's smile looks a lot darker than it should be. Like for a human, he has a devil's smile. He looks at you and goes, "Good to hear. You see, I would like you to kill all of their leaders. You see, we have a hideout for all..." Hold on a second. I actually got to check my notes for this. Hold on one second, guys.
6.
Hold on. I gotta pull my notes. Hold on. They actually have more information than you think they do.
Ooh, yay. Then I want my notes. Hold on. Where is it?
I actually gotta go through my... I
Garland, Ezrand, Valasmir, and Athuk.
kept all my
That's what I have.
kept all my notes in the book so I
I
can...
have-
Oh, pardon me.
He looks at you all and goes, "There are 8 leaders to this outfit. The broken skull." And then you see him look over to you, Garnan, and you're familiar with one of them.
We're familiar with a lot of...
You cut out, Tiny.
We're familiar with a lot of them.
Well, unfortunately, we only have notes on 5 of them, but we do know there's 8 of them. Based on what your experiences are, you may be familiar with a few of them. One is a Furbolg named Ezrin.
Garnan gets visibly more pissed off.
He's staring indirectly at you, Garnan. He has caused a lot of problems with our trade. It has caused a lot of problems for the family. He must
It's not
die.
just your family he's caused problems in.
Good. Then that should make it all the more important that you kill him.
That's what I've been trying to do this entire time. It's why I'm with them. Believe me, he will die.
Another one is a black-skinned tiefling named Valasmir.
Blue looks mad at that one.
He has been interfering with a lot of our trade routes. Even cutting connections for us. He needs to die.
I agree.
These next 2 are ones that only just recently showed up on our list, as they've been promoted, at least as far as our spies say. According to my reports, there's a new leader known as the Killer Clown.
Garland.
You're kind of growls a little bit.
Apparently he's been getting in deeper than he should be, and has been involved in resurrection rituals. Not good.
The clown's name is Garland, and he resurrected a Hydra not too far from here.
I'm aware. Not enough. Didn't care enough to get involved. But familiar with him. Another one. You see he gets visibly, angry. someone who attempted to kill me. And, not a fan of him, as he decided to say he was a member of your outfit.
Huh?
Oh,
I don't know
Does
if
you
you,
kinda look-
I don't know if you're familiar with a white mohawked gnoll.
God damn it.
Oh, that
I. Hold on.
says that actually.
I'm looking for the name. We are familiar with him. We try to kill him. He's not. He has never been in.
Roll a persuasion check. And no, Herma, it's not Skulven.
I also thought he was golden for a sec.
No.
20.
I didn't say Scopen. I said Nolven.
No.
Anyways, that's a 19, 20?
20. Yenoth or Yamta? Whichever one.
Well, Enoth is the leader of the Knoll group.
Yes.
The character you're thinking of is Flint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Yenoth, the leader.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
leader of the outfit in...
Yato's the second in command.
Yes. Yato is second in command, and about to say Flint. If Flint is the name of the Enoth. Yes. Sorry, I gotta look at my notes again. Getting all blech. He.
You're telling me he joined the Broken Skulls?
That is what we're familiar with. Of course, did throw me off with his purplish eyes with yellow veins in his eyes. Didn't see that coming. Tried to kill me.
But he too is under Baphomet.
You see him look at you like, unfortunately, I don't know.
This makes everything much more complicated. Because this means that the Tanaruk and Broken Skulls are working even closer together than I expected.
Wouldn't shock me. Unfortunately, that raises problems more for us. The truth is, we're getting ready to leave this area. I'm here on a I was only here for a temporary basis in the first place. Owed some favors and made some friends in good areas. But there is one more.
Winter.
Yes.
I want to mention Darvis is chaotic good.
Yep.
Just in case you didn't know.
I do remember you mentioning it to me, and I looked through his information. You can see that
Okay.
he's a little begrudging about how he's talking. He doesn't seem like from what you guys can tell, like he seems actually a lot more content of a crime boss than you would think. He doesn't seem to be causing any trouble for anybody. He just seems to be like messing with you guys more than anything else. But there's one more on our list that we know of. He's such a weird individual, though, and we don't have a name for him. From what we can tell, we don't even have a name for his race. He is apparently, he's known amongst the Broken Skull as the Poisoner. He is, based on the description given by the spies, he is a mushroom-like person.
He's the truffle NPC from Terraria.
I'm trying to remember what the name of the race is off the top of my head. I don't recall.
Spore folk?
They're kind of like spore folk. Let me look at my book. I should.
That's what I see.
No, 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 that's not it. But
I'm
That's
trying to
nasty,
fight
boy.
make a Mario joke.
I made that.
Mario!
The poison. That is a nice name.
Ow, that voice hurts.
kind of like that. Kind
He's
of.
ugly.
Not quite though.
He's ugly.
A myconoid, yes. A myconoid is what their race is called. He's much larger than that though. And not his head's not exactly like that. His is more like full mushroom. Like
Looks less like a penis.
yeah, kind of like a penis, you know? Like a penis.
Just a bit.
Oh, you can play this guy. This is a race you can play as. Nice.
It is. It is a very unique race. Actually, in TFS, at TFS on the table, Grant's second character is a myconoid warden. But anyways, he looks at you and goes, I wouldn't recommend approaching him lightly. Apparently, anybody who's been in his presence, most of them die. There are three others that we're unfortunately not informed of.
Winter, I think I know one, just making sure it's actually, Athuk, I think Athuk is one of the
Athuk?
Broken Skull members.
Yes. About to say. Oh, that's right. You did learn about him. He looks at you and goes. You watch him snap his fingers, and you see a white feather walks over. Write that down. Make sure the family knows about it. Have our spies look into it. And you watch the white feather just kind of nod her head. Anyways, we actually have a lead on where some of them might be.
Where is Ezrin?
That's the thing. We know exactly where Ezrin is. Getting to him is a different story.
He's in Starlum.
Yes.
Should know this by now.
And now it's Starlum, the flying city.
Yep.
We do have a spy in Starlum. It's just, he was there prior to it being in the sky. He hasn't figured out how to get down yet. It's not exactly easy.
I have a spell that could help with that, but why don't you just jump? Why doesn't he just jump and someone levitate him once he gets close enough to the ground?
You see,
Well, if we're going about this scientifically, the G-force would crush your body from stopping at such a high acceleration.
True.
you see, they have a very specific way of getting up and down, and apparently they've had a beast of burden bring them up. There's a lot of protection there. We haven't exactly had any of our people get up there, and I'm pretty confident you can understand why we're asking for your help.
Yeah.
What exactly are they using to get up and down?
various beasts of burden. They're not like your stereotypical creatures. We assumed.
Pitfiend.
We assumed. No. we assume that they were using griffins, but these griffins were twisted, dark, more like chimeras, which have Blue, Garnan, and Kazir all roll nature checks.
Alright. That's okay.
Can they
Nature three. I got a 13.
Got a 12.
Horace? Is that you?
I had to yawn. Shut up.
Kazir's like, oh man, that's like my favorite ice cream. You know, chimera with chocolate chips, you know?
Where's the griffin? I want to get to Stalin.
Blue and Garnan, you guys know what a chimera is. However, you've never heard of one being anywhere near civilization. Chimeras are three-headed creatures that typically feed on pretty much anything that gets close by. They're very evil creatures, very spiteful. You would know that they don't exactly play well with others. So why the hell would they be here?
Lord, the broken skulls are idiots.
Possession.
Can anyone hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
But
They're mind controlling them.
either way, they've been using these creatures to get up and down. At least specific creatures. There are a few who don't need them though. He looks over at you, Garnan. A particular bluish purplish skinned furbolg has been able to get up and down without these beasts of burden.
My brother can fucking fly.
God
Man, Bob.
damn it.
Oh God!
Jesus Christ. What is something that Baphomet can't do? Does he also give like free dental? Jesus.
Man, free airfare? I'm about to say, how's the health insurance?
I mean, like, do I get like a free doctorship every year or something?
But
I'm stealing that ability from him.
as soon as I get him, I'm gonna
Eat
just
your brother with your sword.
absorb.
Absorb your
Ravage
brother
could, you
with
never
the
know.
sword.
Anyways,
Krugika, eat him. Do it.
Eat him.
Be pretty fucking dope if he did.
but he looks at you and goes, him and at least one other are there in Starlam. However, they are more split up and apparently they would rather not have all of them in one place. There's apparently one in Tamworth. Apparently, looking in the ruins, there's one at Mount Dunatel, saying very remote and distant. And there's one in Westray. However, I'm sure you're familiar that there was one nearby.
I'd like to get my hands on Garland.
That's the idea. So, let's discuss more in detail. And while you guys are doing that, Henrik, You get to the broken tankard.
Oh no, Henrik's gonna die, isn't he?
All right. And goes to the barkeep.
You see a very familiar. You about to say you see a very familiar gnome you have met before.
Hey, Sweetums. You seen particular folk come through here?
We see.
Furbolg, a human, and a tabaxi.
Oh, you're friends with them.
Not friends necessarily, but you could say that.
Well, they did definitely come through here, trying to get some information. Very attractive looking tabaxi.
I forgot you knew that stuff. Okay.
They were heading over. They were making their way over to. Forgetting the name of my own places.
Swollen Tusk.
Yeah, the Swollen Tusk. Apparently, they were looking for some individual. They headed over to the Swollen Tusk. You could definitely ask Vitorum while you're there.
Thank you. Here, I'm gonna hand her 10 copper pieces for your time.
I'll take anything. She gives you a wink as she continues serving more drinks.
Head to Swollen Tusk.
All right, it doesn't take you that long, and you kind of see the party is following you, but they're kind of keeping their distance a little bit. Particularly Bimp, who's not exactly comfortable in places like this. But
Just bear with me.
She is. You guys
This is a shame.
You guys arrive at the Swollen Tusk. It's a bit busier now. There's a decent number of people, a lot of orcs, a lot of gnolls, but they seem like they're having a good time.
Same thing. Gonna go over to barkeep.
You see the big, giant, hulking figure of Vitorum.
To start off, I'm gonna speak to him in common, see if he understands that. Hello, my name's Henrik. How are you?
Name's Vitorum. How can I help you?
I'm looking for some folk. They're human, verbal, tabaxi.
Ah, you're looking for those guys.
They're nosy fellas. A bit too nosy.
I'll say.
You know who they are?
Yeah, what's it to you?
Oh, well, they've been bothering folks and asking questions they might not should. And I'd rather have a nice talk with them about that.
Roll a persuasion check. You're still exhausted, so at disadvantage.
4. I'm the talker.
He looks at you and goes, "You're out of your depth, kid. You should stay away." At that point, you see,
I asked you nicely.
as you are continuing to fight him, you watch as Karik walks up. You see his demeanor kind of change a little bit. I believe my friend asked you a question. We're looking for my colleagues. Please inform us of where their whereabouts are. And I gotta roll a check for him real fast.
Yeah, was good.
Oh shit, go Karik.
Since when can he use big words like that?
It's simple. Someone casts a spell on.
He looks at Karik, and he goes, "Fair enough. It's your funeral." Hands you a card with all the information.
Thank you. I'll go take the card and read it. And then just follow the card to where it designates.
Yes.
Uh,
And so you follow so you make your way towards the location. You find the house, and there's doesn't seem to be anybody that you see right offhand. You want to roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Actually, I'm not gonna go directly towards the building. I'm gonna just go off a little bit, and I'm gonna bring out my little homunculus servant.
All right. You watch as your repaired homunculus servant looks at you, kind of gives you a sideways glance.
And a little something that I was doing while while we was on our way over through these areas. I was gonna be using my what was it called? Right tool for the job to make a tinder kit, to make a tinderbox kit, whatever.
All right.
And I'm gonna give my homunculus servant my alchemy jug.
Your alchemy
I'm gonna-
jug.
Then I'm gonna send him off stealthily around the building. And first, he's gonna pour around about a quarter of oil around a few areas. And then he's gonna pour about 4 gallons of booze around the area. And then he's gonna light it on fire.
Wait, hold on. I want to understand what you're doing here. So you send your homunculus servant up with the alchemy jug.
Yes.
You make him
Yes.
make a bunch of alcohol.
No. The jug itself has alcohol in it, 4 gallons worth.
And you pour it around the building.
Yes, as well as a quarter of oil, which the jug also has.
And you're going to light it on fire.
Yes.
I feel like this is going to go poorly.
Look. This
can't.
will scare them enough to force them to take you and themselves out of the building. Because if they don't take you, they lost everything they had to bargain with. Plain and simple. And then as they're rushing out, we can snap them off as they're coming out of the forge, whatever.
You guys, as he's doing that, and the fire is lit, back in the room, the party. Just about to say, the party is having a conversation. You guys watch as Garnet and all of them. You watch as someone opens the door and walks over to your new friend and whispers in his ear, "Stay put. I'll be right back."
What
can't-
happens?
There's a pest. And you watch as he walks out the door and closes it behind him. You guys are currently alone with Whitefeather.
I cast sending.
You
Hey,
I cast.
you attempt to cast sending, and as you do, you feel a block.
Ah,
Anti-magic field.
hey, White Feather.
Yeah,
You don't know how to heal, do you?
I do.
Would you mind?
don't do it.
I would, but I can't. Not until we leave this room.
Okay.
The three of you, I can't heal specifically.
Well, that's rude.
Once we leave this room, I can.
I take a drink of my alcohol.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, and also my rifles and ass blast mode.
Okay.
That's 21.
Oh, you're handling it just fine. You're enjoying this, actually.
Garnet is going to impulsively take a sip of his alcohol.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
You see, everyone forgot what was about to happen.
Hey.
17.
Yeah, Garden, you're starting to like this now.
Oh fuck! No.
Why are you rolling? Are you taking a sip too, Zero?
Roll twice. Cause you're muted.
Yeah, I realized that. Yeah, I was gonna roll.
Yep,
Roll,
roll.
twice.
Roll twice.
Yep, roll with tight.
Roll
Thank-
twice. Oh god.
Dang it, because you're. This time it's worse.
It hurts.
You see, everyone forgot about their sudden demise.
This
It's great.
Remembered.
I would like to go around the desk and grab a cigar.
You try to, and White Feather slaps your hand, but she'll reach over and grab you a cigar for you. Don't touch the desk.
Why can't I touch the desk?
Probably booby trapped.
She shows you the
No.
gun. This is why.
Tell me something, White Feather.
Yes.
What's your real name?
White Feather.
Well, names in the gang are not exactly welcome. Most of us go by aliases.
Well, I assume we're going to be such fine friends in the future. We might as well know each other.
The name is Scarlet.
Hmm.
Player,
Mine, but you already know it.
I'm familiar. Fortunately, you're nothing like the person we want dead.
Lucky you.
Henrik, you're watching as the fire is going. You see a couple individuals come out and start trying to put the fire out. When you see a man start coming out, well dressed, black hair, you watch as everybody just kind of like backs up the moment he walks out. Suddenly,
If everyone is backing out while he's trying to put out that fire, he would drop his visage.
you watch as this human-like skin starts to fade away.
Well,
this-
if you realize he means, like, by backing out, means, like, back away from him.
yeah, they're trying.
Not running out the
They're
area.
clearing away.
Okay.
But you watch as some more devilish features start to show, and then you watch as his right hand starts to glow, and as it does, you watch as a lot of water starts to come up from the ground, and you watch as the fire starts to extinguish as he casts control water.
Does he have control water?
He does have control water.
Well, I didn't
Nice.
know that.
Ukatoa.
Valuable.
Ukatoa.
And you watch as the fire gets extinguished rather easily.
No, does that have to be cast with a spell slot, or is that one of those free things?
That's one of his free spells.
Okay. But it can be cast with a spell slot?
It can be cast with a spell slot.
Cool. How many times per day can it be cast normally?
Without expending a spell slot, once per day. It's a gift of his deity.
Yeah.
Okay.
However,
Just checking.
you watch as this Henrik. You watch as this individual looks around. He doesn't seem to see where it came from. Whoever you are, come out.
Oh, no. If he's normal looking, he's got an accent.
But is he normal looking? Well, there's still other people around.
He
Yeah, he's normal.
He hasn't dropped his visage to the point where he looks like what he would traditionally look like. He's still got his disguise up. So he's
Okay.
speaking.
Disregard.
He's speaking with his American accent.
All right.
Everyone okay?
Yes.
No, I broke a leg.
Who?
I broke my leg.
My leg. Whoever you are, come out now.
Shit, I was supposed
Just silence. Henrik. You watch as one member of your party does go out.
Who was it? Ben?
But it's-
Probably Ben.
You see an ebony-skinned individual start
Oh,
start walking towards the individual. But there is something off. He's wearing a hat. A rider's cap.
Arcus?
I believe it is me that you're looking to speak with. Are you the one who did this? No. It would be a colleague of mine that has done this, and I apologize on his behalf. Not a smart decision on his part, but he doesn't exactly know who he's dealing with. Interesting. Interesting.
I was going to ask Boston, but okay.
Are your friends coming out, or are they staying hidden? Well, they seem content with keeping some distance and not revealing themselves, at least not at the moment. However, I feel like you know why we're here. Yes, I am familiar. I assume that you're the rest of the party of the Solaires. Karik nods. You would be correct. I am the individual known as Karik. Right. Karik. Would you care to join us in our conversation, or would you rather tell your friends that we're not here to kill anyone?
Henrik steps out with his hands up.
You start walking towards them.
Yep. Bruised, beaten, tired, filthy.
He looks. The guy looks at you. I can't say that I'm familiar with you.
I'm new in town.
Interesting. Are you associated with the Solaires?
I believe so.
Fair enough. Are you looking to join your friends downstairs, or are you looking to wait and be informed of what my colleagues are looking to ask of you?
I figured I'll just go wash myself up here for a bit. Come on down.
You watch as the water circles around you, and you watch as he basically showers you.
That's such a Darwin thing to do.
Would you like some of that water back? Or...
You watch as the water just basically circles around him at this point. It'll do whatever I ask it to do. Now, if you care to join your friends, you certainly can. Can I ask your name?
What?
He's looking directly at you, asking for your
What do
name.
you say? Oh, my name is Henrik Bluethorn. Artifice for hire. Here's my business card. Oh shit! Sorry. It's. I'm sorry. That's habit. I bet.
He looks at your card, and then as you take it away, you're like, oh, no, never mind. And he's like, okay.
Unless you want it.
He snaps his fingers.
Okay.
He will take the card if you offer it.
Okay. Yeah. No. This is awkward.
Darvis will remember this.
No, he won't.
He points to his colleagues and points down the stairs as you watch as they start leading you down. However, since your friends are keeping their distance, why don't you join them and let them know that we mean no harm to you or your friends? He's looking at Karik, not you, Henrik. And you watch as Karik gives a little bit of a bow. And you watch as he starts to walk away. And Henrik, as you start going down the stairs, you hear, however, it's good to see the Silver Death again. A few moments pass.
Yes, my hair is silver. Thank you for noticing.
The door opens again, and you see a soaking wet Henrik walk into the room.
Hey, what's up?
What the hell happened to you?
I got a shower.
About time, stinky ass.
Shut the fuck up.
It's like Skulvin never left.
We just got to scold him with a high intelligence score.
It's true. Skulvin, who is actually smart. And shortly after, you watch as the gentleman walks back into the room and behind his desk again. So, you've heard our offer. If you do this, any of them, really, and you show some kind of proof that you did,
I'll bring their head.
the Razors will be in your debt. And he looks over at you, Blue. A favor from the Razors goes a long way.
I know.
Tell me something, human.
Yes.
What do we call you? We have White Feather over there. I assume the rest have names, but you have said nothing.
You're right. Where are my manners? Apologies. I have had some falling out with individuals of my past. You may call me Darvis.
Ooh, chills.
Hi, Darvin.
I wonder. Why is it that the people of the Neonaga wouldn't tell me your name?
You see a slight tinge of you can see that there's a little bit of frustration in his eyes. I've had some dealings with them before. Nothing good. All of them ending bloody. No idea why they would want me, though.
Hold on. Let me get something straight, Winter.
Yes.
When Garnan leaves the Solaires, and I have to play Darvis for a time, him losing his memories isn't going to matter at all, because the party already knows exactly who he is.
They're gonna have some familiarity. There's a lot of there's gonna be a lot of things we're gonna be discussing off the book, as there's a lot more to this than you think.
Okay. But they're still gonna have they're still gonna know pretty much who he is.
Who you have an idea of who he is. There's again, like I said, there's a lot to this, and there's more to this story.
Okay.
Me and you are gonna be hashing a lot of this out. I have a lot of details and stuff written out, but you're gonna be the one who helps me come up with the full details of all of his escapades in the meantime.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Basically, yes, the Solaris will know, quote unquote, who Darvis is. But Darvis isn't showing his real form. He isn't giving out any real details other than he knows who the Neo-Naga is, but doesn't.
I know he's a blue tiefling underneath all that.
Cyan.
Winter,
Yes.
I would like to reach into my bag of holding. Pull the bag of holding towards me, reach into it, and put on one of the cultist's true sight masks.
You put on the mask and he looks at you. You put on the mask and it doesn't change your vision.
Yeah, it has to be 5 feet.
Nice.
He looks at you and goes, "If that's anything magical, it's not going to work here."
What is that?
Again, guys, anti-magic area.
Blue, what is
He looks at you and he points down. I assume you guys look down.
Yeah.
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 There are runes on the floor.
No, I look up. He's tricking us.
There are runes on the floor. And as you
If
attempt
anything
to,
magical works in here, why does his disguise self work?
he goes on to explain that it's only specific spots on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Also
when he
it
didn't change.
also it's also very specific magic.
Okay.
This is a smart organization. The floor doesn't seem to affect anything that might be illusionary based.
Okay. Noted.
In fact, if the four of you want to roll an arcane check,
I'm not even gonna bother.
Hmm.
Guess I'll.
Sure, I won't have disadvantage on this one.
Sure, I'll roll one.
oh, but you still have disadvantage, so it would be
Kendrick got 20, and Kazir got zilch.
Kazir looks
Blue
down.
and-
And that 20s.
No, they're pretty packed.
Kazir
I
looks
got a
down.
27.
Kazir looks down and goes like, "Man, this is a good looking floor. Like they really went all out for making this place look swanky."
I got a net 20 and I
Dang it!
plus 3.
Wow, go
Arcana.
Garnan.
Nice.
Everyone got plus
Me and
15.
Tiny got natural 20s.
Yep,
I got 27 in total.
which I will address pretty quickly. Garnan, with your intelligence of -1, with a 16, you don't necessarily know what exactly is going on with this floor. However, with a general idea, you have a feeling that this floor targets specific magic and magic items. It's supposed to keep people docile. It's probably the same reason why neither of them are using magic weapons. As Whitefeather carries a gun. And as for Henrik and Blue, who are actually arcane trained, you're actually familiar with this kind of setup. This is actually something that a lot of politicians use in the cities to keep magic assassins away from them. This is an archaic floor. What it does is that it actually protects you if a magic enters a room, depending on which symbols you have set up, it will actually negate that magical ability. In this particular case, you guys can see symbols of all the various schools of magic. However, with your natural 20s, you'll notice that there are 2 schools of magic that do not seem to be affiliated in this room, and that is
Activation move.
Clairvoyant Magic, and also Clairvoyant Magic. There is no symbol for that, and there is no symbol for illusionary-based magic.
Isn't clairvoyant magic just divination?
Yes, divination. You get what I mean, though. But I say divination magic seems to be not affected here, and illusionary magic doesn't seem to be affected here. But everything else, there are symbols for every other school of magic, and also two schools that you're actually, with your natural 20s, you know them, but you're unfamiliar with them, as they're schools of magic that aren't stereotypically practiced. And that is, you do see. Go ahead.
If I had to guess, it's chronoturgy and graviturgy.
That is correct.
Sweet.
Magic that is not commonly practiced. Oh, and there is one other kind of magic that's in this room that seems a little. One symbol in this room that also seems a little weird, but you guys are familiar with it. There is a symbol. There is a symbol of blood, which you would know is hemocraft.
So Kara can't use his swords in here, right?
Yeah.
Like he couldn't sort himself to do extra damage.
Correct. So somebody who you practice as hemocraft could not use their magic here.
Okay, sweet.
But he looks at you, and they look at you, and they look over you, Henrik, and fill you in on basically what they're asking.
Yeah, we were gonna do that already, so seems fine to me.
We're going to Starlam next, right, Blue?
First off,
Question is how?
Well,
that is a good question.
I think we can help you with that.
You have a flying car? Oh yeah, dude.
We have some means of transportation that, with some coaxing, we can set up a ride for you all to get to Starlam.
When?
It will take us some time to get that set up, as we have to send information and get things moving. Sending spells can only do so much, so we need to send some affiliates down there. It'll take roughly a week if one of our best spies can make their way near. When you get to there, to where Starlam is, there is a little town where it used to be.
Do you know if Garland is still nearby?
We have had our spies looking around, and all the Broken Skull members have up and vanished somehow.
Great.
But if you head to where Starlam used to be, you'll find a town called Starfall.
Sorry.
Good name.
It's a very fitting name. I was like, what would I name a town of these people that would just be outside of the city? It's like, oh, Starfall. That would make sense.
Yeah.
You could have named it Stardew.
Star Mall.
Darth Maul. Dun, dun. Anyways, moving on. There's a town there called Starfall. It's the remnants of what's left of the city before it flew upwards. There's all the best wizards and various people in Atharia are trying to find a way to get the city back down. However, suspiciously, they seem not to be making a lot of progress. Granted, this is magic that none of us are familiar with. But we can set something up so you can get your way up to the city. It's going to take us roughly a week to get it set up, though. But when you get to Starfall, look for a guy. Specifically, a pale-skinned elf with jet black hair. He goes by Star. That is his name. Giving you an eye to let you know, like, yeah, that's his gang name. Let him know that Darvis sent you. And he'll provide you a ride. Would recommend you write that down.
I'm writing that down.
Henrik is holding a notebook as he's writing all this down.
Right.
Beating Star and Starfall.
Yes.
Star and Starfall, so we
Yeah,
can get to
thank
Star.
you.
There's so many stars here. Jesus. It's like third grade math class.
Either way.
No.
Should we sign a contract or something, or is this just words?
No, we do something a little different around here. You watch
I
as
am not pulling my pants down.
he looks at you all.
Not... Okay.
He looks at you all and goes, "You're working with us. We need one of you to take one of you to get marked."
Blue, this seems to be your specialty.
He's been marked enough. Maybe you should do me.
What the fuck?
No. I like tattoos. It's fine.
Okay. I mean, you just carved another room into my arm. Don't see it any different.
But I say he leads you out. He leads you out of the room and back to the lounge room.
Yeah, I'll get a tattoo. Whatever.
And as you're leaving the room, Blue, you're still wearing the mask.
Yes.
He's keeping a sizable distance. However, you do see a cyan-colored tail as he walks away.
Yeah, a little closer, Tiny. Just.
Oh God, yeah. Tiefling tails are like 5 feet long. Jesus.
Yep, they're long tails. As he gets into the lounge room, as he passes by, you hear him yell, "Needles! Get out here!" And you watch a guy who's just covered in tattoos walks out. Yeah, boss? Mark him as he looks over at you, Blue.
I step forward, getting closer to him.
You see
He's
Needles.
like a full body tat, dude. Come on.
Needles walks up to you and go like, "All right, the boss wants you to get marked. Where would you like the mark to be?"
You were getting closer to Darvis, Tiny?
Yes.
Winter, I'll leave that up to you.
You keep getting closer, Blue, but you think Darvis understands what you're trying to do, and he's also had to deal with he apparently knows some things about this cult. What's the term for it? He's keeping a little bit of
distance.
a good distance, but there's a word I was trying to think of, but I can't think of it. I'll think of it later, and I'll kick myself later.
I put the mask in my bag of holding on my back so no one can see it.
Okay, but he looks at you. Do you want it on the shoulder blade, on the center of your back? Where would you like it?
Left butt cheek or
Shoulder blade.
Shoulder blade, left or right?
Right.
All right. He leads you over to a chair where he twists it around so you can sit in a let's rap style.
Just sit in the chair.
And you watch as he pulls out a needle and he starts dipping it in ink.
So
I would like you to roll a. In this case, it would be a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Damn.
Jesus, that's a 23.
Damn, Tiny, you take this like a boss. Better say you feel like obviously it stings a little bit as he's doing this, but this guy seems like he knows what he's doing. And for anybody who wants to know a general idea of what this looks like, it looks like a very intricate rune. If I needed to give like a specific of what it looks like, let me see if I can pull this up.
Arcana check. If it's a rune, I'm gonna Arcana check the shit out of it.
You certainly can.
Oh yeah. We don't want any more curse. Well, never mind. I was gonna say we don't want any more curses, but if it's a tattoo, it's not like it can do any different.
I'd be better at.
Damn,
I would be
that's
better
not
at.
very good at all.
I'd be better at
13.
drawing it than I would at trying to find an image. Basically, picture like a line going from horizontally. Sorry, vertically, because it's up and down. Horizontally is flat. Vertical.
Yeah.
Nice.
So a vertical line going up to down. There's a bit of a dash at the top going to the left. On the bottom, there's a dash going up, going towards the right. And then there's a line in the center. A smaller line horizontally.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would I have been able to get in a short rest while sitting in the chair, talking and waiting for Darvis?
I would say if you guys want to take a short rest, you certainly could, because this will take just a little bit of time.
Then
Say
yes,
yeah,
I'll get
because I'm on 6 HP still.
Is
I wanna
Alosa
get my-
there?
Alosa and all of them are outside.
Okay.
It seemed like Darvis didn't want your entire party in the area.
I'm gonna
So,
use
That's
dark,
half of me.
right?
Probably foresaw that if you were all here, that might be a problem.
mm-hmm.
It's
It could be
Darvis,
a
right?
fight.
You would be correct.
Tell me something. You're not a human, are you?
Well,
Nope. Pure Satan.
your friend tried to see through, so I assume you know that I'm not human.
What are you?
You watch as he kind of puts you watch as he kind of puts his hand over his face, and you watch briefly, almost only specifically looking at you. You see the visage clear from his face, and you see this cyan colored tiefling.
The horns from the back of his head going to the front, right?
That's correct.
Cool. Just make it.
I see. Why try to hide it?
You watch as he puts his hand over his face again, and you watch as his face returns to the human-like look. Let's just say there's a group of individuals that want me. I don't know why. But I've seen what they do. I've seen how they operate. Apparently, they want me for something that I've done. I don't know what that is.
Why not?
There's a lot of things that you don't know about me.
Same here.
Did you just ask someone why they don't know something?
Yeah.
What
I mean,
Someone-
if he did something, he should probably know what it is. So,
But you know more about me than I do.
Oh, really?
I woke up with weird markings on my body. I woke up with this massive headache and in a location I've never been before. I fell into this crew. Not the greatest, but they were willing to work with me. I don't want to know everything. I'd rather just get by for now.
so Winter, at this point in time, has he already forgotten?
He does, based on how you're talking to him, he doesn't seem to know why the Neo-Naga want him. All he knows is this group that kind of depraved and kind of messed up want him for some reason, and the people that he's met from them, if they've seen him, they seem to be almost like they kind of show that cult behavior a little bit more, almost as if they are like cherishing him as if he was some kind of prize.
Okay.
He's not a fan of that. He doesn't know why that's going on, and all he knows is that these people are pretty fucking messed up.
Okay.
But he looks at you and goes, "There's a lot more that I want to do. There's a lot of places that I want to go. And if I have to deal with those fucking people, they would cause a lot of problems for me. I may not see eye to eye with everything with what I'm doing," as he kind of gestures to the entirety of the lounge. "But I can work with these people. At least for now."
You know, it's a really weird feeling to be talking to the person that you created as the person you created.
Did I nail it?
I mean, you did pretty good.
Obviously,
Yeah.
there's some stuff that's different, but there's a reason why it's different.
Yeah.
So what happens when
For
you have?
now, it's okay.
This is what happens when you put somebody who literally is built for espionage. Like he's basically a spy.
I wouldn't say spy, but yeah.
An infiltrator, if you will. Somebody who can get from place to place and actually disguise himself really well.
Yeah. He's meant for getting into places sneakily and through his charm, because he has a 19 in charisma.
I know. I've had fun playing with it. I got to do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you guys don't know about, and I get to play with these
Yeah,
characters.
no shit.
I get to play with these characters and all their decisions and everything. Darvis was an interesting one to go with, as I had a little bit of a roller coaster. Like, which direction would he go? And it's like, this actually makes sense.
You're welcome for that.
But after they finish with Blue, Darvis looks at you all and goes, "How the fuck, Needle?" He looks at you and goes, "Within the next couple of days, you won't see any of us. We have other business to deal with." But he points to White Feather, who hands you a stone. "If you ever need to contact us, now I ask you all to leave. You have friends on the outside who need explaining."
Did they seriously come and try to save us? Henrik!
No. I would never save you. I came here specifically to kill you.
Ah, makes sense.
When I have to play Darvis, this is going to be so fucking weird.
Okay, well,
There's gonna be a lot of differences and a lot of things you're gonna have to deal with.
Yep.
I,
And a lot of confusion. It's gonna be great.
That's
Yep.
something you guys can work out.
It'll be almost as if you have amnesia.
What?
Winter, I would like to quickly pull out a pen and some quill and some ink and pull out my symbol sending stone, write a symbol on it, and put that away. Then write the symbol that's on my back on the stone that they just gave me.
Fair enough. You do that with no issues.
He's adding them to the context list.
Pretty much.
So they escort you. You watch as Whitefeather escorts you out of the building, and as you exit the building, you see Karik standing there waiting.
Hi, Kark.
Hey guys.
Everything okay?
Oh, everything's fine.
why are you questioning
Nice hat.
Garnet?
Thank you.
He's standing here?
Can you not stand?
Winter,
Whatever. I don't-
is
Yeah.
this the hat he was wearing in Melbourne?
Maybe.
Is it?
Yes, it is the same hat.
Okay.
What hat? I don't remember.
Oh,
in,
man.
in Melbourne, I was taking a walk with Karik, and he had a hat on for some reason. I tried to take it.
I've been wanting to go on a shopping trip for 2 days, so if you don't mind, I'm taking the lizard.
You watch as you see that Philman wants to know what's going on, but he'll go with you for now if you're willing to explain.
I'm going to explain to him along the way as we go to the Knowles magic shop.
Okay.
While he's doing that,
Hello, sir.
Hello. You watch as most of the party rejoins you guys. However, you see that Whitefeather has not left yet.
Yes.
You watch as she walks over to where Karik is. And Karik just kind of gives her a nod. A little bit of a bow. I believe your name is Whitefeather. The name's Karik. Pleasure to meet you.
The fuck is happening?
You watch as she extends her hand and shakes his. A pleasure to meet you, Karik.
They're gonna bang.
Definitely.
Maybe we might see each other again. As then she looks over to you guys. And then so as they finish shaking hands, you watch as she very slowly starts taking her hand away as she's walking away. As she walks away, he looks over to you guys. I think I got a shot with her.
Yeah, I think you do.
What?
God!
Okay. Anyways.
Because you're an observer the whole time.
What? I can be charming. I like to think that well, you watch as he
You
ponders that for a moment. Think. As he starts walking away, not unintentionally, just
I yell over to him, "She wants in your pants!"
I know.
I guess I take time to explain to the party what the heck happened.
You see, most of them are kind of nodding. Bim seems like a little like, why would they want anything to do with us? That seems kind of dangerous to use outside people for this kind of mission.
Called outsourcing, Bimp. You're supposed to be smart.
You watch as she looks at you like, yeah, but typically you do that with people you trust, not strangers that have caused problems for people like them.
We're an enemy to all three of their enemies, so that might be why.
I don't know. That Douglas guy does seem questionable. He's certainly not what it seems.
How does he keep people from stepping on his tail?
He has a tail.
That,
I don't
he has
think
a
about his face.
big old tail. I pass out a cultist mask to each party member and keep the wizard's mask for myself.
Okay, so each of you can mark that you have a mask of true sight that allows you to see things. These masks allow you to see within 5 feet of you. You can see through illusions, and basically can still see within 5 feet, even if it's obstructed.
Nah.
Garnan puts it on. This thing hurts my eyes.
It's like wearing glasses that aren't the right prescription.
God, that's...
And wouldn't the mask be small for him?
Probably.
There are some
Yeah.
smaller masks and some bigger masks. There's one that fits somewhat comfortably. Cultists aren't all one size, you know.
They're adjustable.
They're adjustable.
They have rubber straps on them. That's how you adjust.
It's all.
I just imagine like Garnan wears one of these masks and it's like on its nose. The mask comes out a little bit farther. But anyways, so you explain to them what happens, and a couple of them seem a little off-put by it. Blue, roll an insight check on Karik.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm rolling an insight.
Can
check
I
on
as
Clark.
well?
Yeah, you can.
Can Kazir?
Kazir can as well because
Ooh.
you guys would be looking at all of them.
Alright.
Insight, not very high.
Nice.
Hold on.
13.
That's an 8.
Yeah.
Oh, I got an 18. I got an 18 because they got a natural 20.
And Garnet got a...
13.
Garnet, you can tell something's up. Karik is a little different. He doesn't seem to be... He isn't really responding well to knowing that you're doing some work with the razors. You're not exactly sure why, but you feel like there's something there. Blue, you can definitely tell Karik is not comfortable with this. He's going along with it. He seems to be handling it pretty well, but something's up. Again, not exactly sure what, but there's something up. Kazir, I'd like you to join me in chat number 2.
Woo!
Bye.
Can you hear me?
Hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hold on, wait. For some reason my volume's really quiet. Okay.
All right. With your natural 20, Karik is not handling this well. Very obviously. He is You are trained to be able to understand people, considering the fact that you literally are trained to sneak around people. He is showing a lot of the telltale signs of somebody who knows more than they're leading on. He is also rubbing the upper section of his right arm, almost as if like reading a tell, like when you're playing poker. It seems to be he seems to be doing that a little bit more like he seems to be trying to do it on the side to not be noticed, but you can pick it up immediately. He's hiding something. Similar to how you got an inkling Kark is familiar with these people. Maybe a little too well. You're not 100% sure how involved he is in this. But you feel like there's something there. And that's what your natural 20 gives you.
Cool. Thanks.
Not a problem. But I say, I mean, you rolled a natural 20 on something, on an insight check. I would, if this was anything else, I would say, oh, I could say it in front of everybody. It's like, no, there's something here. Like, he absolutely does not like the thought of being affiliated with the Razors, almost as if he might know people in the Razors or affiliated with people in the Razors.
Yeah.
And he's rubbing his upper arm like it's a tell. But also, it's also something that people typically do, especially after they have like markings or like stuff like that when they have it on their body. It's almost as if he's casually rubbing something that he's familiar with. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Completely.
So that being said, shall we rejoin the party?
Yep.
All right.
Looks good to me.
Into it.
But he seduced whoever he wants, right?
Hey guys.
Welcome back, Winter.
Okay. But
We were just talking about how Darvis is a raging sexual scene. Don't worry.
Yes.
Oh
we
no.
are.
No. Oh wait, never mind. Hold on.
Right.
I know what's wrong. Stupid thing.
Hello.
so
Oh, hello. Okay, good. I was going oh no because I couldn't hear you, but that is I hate using the phone Discord.
oh, I understand completely.
Tiny
It's
wants
weird.
to have Blue fuck Darvis, and I'm telling him it was a possibility.
I mean, there's definitely a possibility.
No, it's not even a possibility. It will happen.
They're both so charismatic.
They would be great together.
That being said,
Well, he
Valuable things learned that I plan on keeping to myself for now.
smart. But as the conversation dwindles, Henrik and Philman go out shopping. Is there something specific you were going to shop for, Herma, or?
Yes. I'm gonna go to our Noel's magic item shop.
All right. You walk into the Poppin' Shaman, and you see a very familiar Noel behind the desk, currently cleaning a magical item.
You have a customer, do you?
Oh, oh, how can we have assistance?
We're looking for a few magic items for someone big and burly.
Are you more of a two-handed weapon person, or maybe a one-handed person?
Oh, Philman?
Philbin looks and goes, son, I'm more prone for one-handed, going with a shield. Gives me a little bit of extra protection. Oh, well, we might have something for that. Are you looking for something that just hits a little harder? Or maybe it's something that's shocking or a fire? Or maybe something else? What are you familiar with?
Go on.
And Philbin just kind of asks to see some stuff. And basically, he shows off some pretty decent shields. He shows off some pretty decent swords and hammers and maces. Looking at some stuff, he is going to let's see how Philman feels about some of this stuff. Oh, also, Henrik, you do see something weird. One of these shields seems to be emitting a sound, like a low sobbing sound.
No, Winter, no.
The fuck?
What?
I know what that is.
Ritual cuss identifying that bitch right now.
Well, it would take you 10 minutes, and you could just ask the owner what that is.
The fuck that do?
What do it do?
What do it do?
Hold on, I gotta pull up the details for this specific magical item.
Is that what I think it is, Winter?
Baby.
yeah.
I still have the details on it. I could give them to you real quick.
I got it right here.
Okay.
He
I
ex-
feel like I'm the only one who doesn't know what this is.
You weren't there for the Bloodborne one shot, so yeah, you're the one.
he looks at you and basically explains that it is an item called the Weeping Shield.
Which is a really damn cool item. I like it.
It is. Basically, a sunken face on the front of the black steel shield with eyes of onyx. The shield constantly makes faint sobbing sounds that only a creature touching the shield can hear, which I've changed a little bit so that way people can still hear a slight sobbing. If you're in close proximity, you can hear it. But it actually, but it's more of a low sound, and you would hear it once you're holding it. It's like actual, like someone is sobbing. It grants you a +1 bonus to your AC, aside from what a standard shield would do. This bonus is in addition to the shield's normal bonus to your AC. Yep, just what I said. As a bonus action, you can cause the shield to let out a powerful sobbing at a creature within 30 feet of you. The target must succeed on a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw, or the next attack roll it makes against a creature other than you before the start of your next turn is at disadvantage.
Ooh.
But of
This
course,
is real.
yeah, but I've made some modifications to it. This is just the standard. For what it is, I've changed some stuff.
Okay.
He looks at it and goes, "This is fascinating." And then he looks at a couple of the sword. He looks at a couple of the swords and a couple of the hammers and everything. And while he's there, he notices a pretty nasty looking sword. It looks good. Not like obviously not like the Ravenger, which looks like something straight out of like Hellraiser. This is just a sword that wouldn't it get annoying after a while? I mean, it's no. It probably would, but I mean, if you're accustomed to it, or you'd also, I'd assume, eventually just get used to it. He looks at it.
Wouldn't that disadvantage to sneaking if anyone could hear it?
It's a low sound, and if somebody is attuned to it, they can control it.
Oh.
Since nobody's attuned to it currently, the shield sobbing is audible.
Makes sense. So it's basically like it's audible because it's kind of wanting to be owned.
Yes, and once it is owned, whoever is wielding it, whoever wields it, can hear it, but only that person can.
Cool.
And he looks at a couple of swords, and he sees one in particular that looks interesting. It's like, oh, you have an interesting eye. This is an item I particularly like. This is known as a frost blade. He basically you watch as the gnoll swings it, and you watch as a crust of ice goes over it as it smacks into an item. The ice shatters, but it kind of digs into the item. Basically, he attacks like a dummy he has in the store.
So it kind of works like ice knife.
Yeah, kind of like ice knife. It deals a little extra damage than a typical longsword. He'll about to say. Philman looks at it and kind of goes, "I'll take it. I can always use it."
How much for the sword?
For the sword, it's not too bad. A little bit of a bit of an enchantment. Some took a little bit of time. I'd say 300 gold.
300? I
300.
can afford that. Not going to pay for that.
So you're gonna pay for that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then mark off 300 gold.
Uh-huh.
And then he looks at the shield. Hold on, I'm gonna roll for this. Garnan picks up the shield. Not Garnan. Garnan doesn't pick up the shield. He's not there. Philman picks up the. I'm sorry, I was reading the tiny word. Tiny was like, "Oh, Garnan." So your name was at the tip.
I still have over 1,000 gold.
Philman looks at the shield and goes, "How much for the shield?" The guy, the gnoll looks over and goes, "That's a bit of a rarer item. I've never encountered a shield that does that. It'd be 500 gold." Philman looks
I'll
at.
cover that too.
"Are you sure about that? I can do it."
I got money, and besides, I wanted to go get you fitted for some plate armor after this.
"Well, in that case, son, why don't you let me buy this? And then you can, if you want to outfit me, you can."
Alright.
"Why are you doing this, son?"
Well, after the whole Garnet debacle, I figured that maybe having you better equipped would be a smart idea.
Fair enough. So he puts 500 gold down, and he takes the he takes the shield. His AC is already looking a bit better. As he sheaths the sword and he attunes to. He's gonna, as you guys are walking, he's going to attune to the shield.
And then
Don't
before we
walk
go
for
to
an hour
the
straight.
we're gonna take a slight detour here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to the alchemy shop because I'm gonna sell a potion that I had made from the Hydra because I don't think I'll be able to use it ever.
You're talking about
The potion of speak with dead. Yes, that's what the Hydra eye gave me.
That is so random.
That's what I said.
But the
How
thing.
would that even work? Pour the potion in the body?
No, how it works is that. How it works, well, yes, actually, it would be similar to how the Speak with Dead spell works. You would pour, if you find a body, even if it's just a head, if you pour the liquid on the body, it will actually act as the Speak with Dead spell.
Huh.
So
Yeah, I don't know
because
how
it's such a niche use, I'm gonna go ahead and sell it.
All
I
right,
don't know how that's useful for us.
we could talk to a dead Broken Skulls member. You certainly could use that for that. Also, Urok, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. Hashtag Portlog Bros for life. How's it going, man? Sorry, any opportunity to do that. Also, it's been a hot minute. It's good to see you, man.
Go see Uncle Dude.
Uncle Dad. Got a chip in my braces. Oh no, that's the worst. But you're all right though. You could use it. No one in your party knows the Speak with Dead spell.
But we have a cleric who might learn it later on.
Well, he's a cleric. He has access to all spells in the cleric spell pool.
Mm-hmm.
He just has to prepare it.
Mm-hmm. But it's such a niche use. I don't see a real big point in keeping it around. We can cash it out and get something that's more dependable.
That is a very situational thing that I don't think we're gonna need.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just basically just saying the pros. Tired. I understand that, Urok. It is nearly 4 a.m. for me and like 5 a.m. for others and like 2 a.m. for others.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Winter. I know where you're coming from. It's just I don't see us using any type of suit.
Oh, I know. And I'm just giving things, poking things with sticks. Nice. Poke it with a stick. Whee!
Time to go sell a potion.
All right. So you talk to Uncle Dude about selling that potion to speak with dead.
Yep.
For the sake of brevity, let's just say that there's some back and forth in discussion of selling it. At the end, he is willing to buy it off you because it is a potion that is a bit more out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit more out there. He is willing to buy it off of you for... Hold on. Okay. He's willing to buy it off of you for 250 gold, just because of the fact of how rare that potion is.
Yeah, sure. I'll do it.
Nice.
So you made almost all your money back.
Okay.
So, you got it
Now
marked?
it's time to go to the... Yep. Just had to use my gold, and now it's time to go to the armor.
All right. So you go to the armory and basically talk to them about fitting Philman for some plate armor. Gotta check my notes real quick for that information. For that information. Here we go. So for plate armor, it is gonna cost 1,500 gold.
1,500. Damn, I just need someone to chip in about 110 gold.
You're about to say, Philman hands you the gold to finish paying for it.
Does he has 110 gold spare?
Yeah, about to say you all got paid.
Hell yeah.
They do.
Oh yeah, I'm dirt poor.
After that whole debacle and spending 1,500 gold, they take measurements and explain that it's going to take. Can I please be paid in platinum? God, that's the wish, Yurok. That's the wish. But I say, you guys basically they measure him and they take some like adjustments. Obviously, fitting plate mail for a lizard folk is a new thing for them, especially a gator folk. So they need to make some adjustments and everything, especially to make up for the having a helmet that goes around the head, because obviously they can't do it over the head because of his giant snout.
And obviously the tail and the sheer size of this boy.
Yes, there's a lot of work that has to be done into this. It's going to take a couple of days, at the very least.
The thickness of the gator.
But if you mention his thickness, he'll compliment you because of the fact he'll take it as a compliment because that is part of their culture.
So now we basically just have an armored troll from Skyrim as a follower.
Hey, he's a lot more intelligent than a troll armored troll.
I know.
And that accent, I mean, come on.
Dude. He may have turned me gated. I'm not lying. Jeez.
So, while that's going on, what is the rest of the party doing?
I don't actually know.
I would say getting drunk, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try and sell some things.
God, it's all about the thickness. You're damn right it is.
I guess I'm just gonna be like meditating with Alyssa or something.
All right, just kind of looking inwards.
I would like to go to my room and read a bit in my spellbook.
What's up?
I would like to go to my room and read my spellbook.
Read your spellbook.
Yes.
Okay. As you read the spellbook, there doesn't seem to be any new spells that popped up. And as a player, as the DM, talking to you as a player, I would say this: because you took a level in Rogue rather than in Bard, you have not you're not magically inclined enough to access new spells.
Mm-hmm.
We have talked about this outside of the game. But just to
with
reiterate.
the magic I would like to find Knackle and give him the armbands of duality.
All right, so you give him the armband of duality. He looks at you and goes, "Thank you, Blue. Where did you get this?"
Off of a body that I found in the desert.
This is interesting. I will have fun with this.
Alright. I give the scroll of tongues to Imp so she can put it in a book.
Give it give your.
I give the scroll of tongues to Bimp.
Okay. Bimp will gladly take it. And she will gladly. She nods her head and goes, "This will be an interesting add to my collection of spells. Thank you." And she is going to take the time to copy that into her spell book.
I would like to ask around to see if there's anywhere I can sell cursed items.
It doesn't take you long to realize.
Willy-nilly?
It doesn't take
Nope.
you long to realize that nobody's gonna buy cursed items off of you. At least not here.
Fine. Not here.
Yeah.
They seem rather superstitious.
Yes, maybe because he's selling it off as a cursed magic item.
All right, so that's what.
Hold on. I got a lot of stuff and I hate it.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I do for now.
Okay. About to say. So that's what they're doing. Kazir, is there anything you're doing?
You know what? I'm gonna have Kazir ask around for magical protection items.
Anything in particular?
Let me. Kazir is wondering. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this in his perspective. He wants to make sure that he won't be bugged again, okay? To put it that way. Have a listening device snuck on him.
Ah. That's a difficult one. Basically, you're looking for a way to protect yourself from somebody just.
Being spotted.
You could get like a sort of stone that can cast dispel magic, or something like that.
There is stuff like that, but they are limited use.
And expensive.
And expensive. There is. But I say, if you don't want somebody to hear you, I mean, obviously the Stone of Silence is definitely one.
I still got stuff.
Yeah.
Aside from that, being able to use a detect magic to make sure that you don't have anything that's listening to you.
Ooh, with detect magic. Yeah, that would probably be the best bet.
It would be if you go to. Hold on a second, Bob. Hang in there just a smidgen longer, okay? You can go to one of the magic shops, and you can actually request for them to make something like that.
Oh, all right.
An item that allows you to detect magic. It would basically it would take them some time. Hold on a second. All right. You go to the Scorched Hornet where you find Michelle, who is running the shop again. And she basically you explain to her what you want. And she looks at you and goes, "I might be able to make something like that. I should tell you, it is only a limited use. It won't I can't make it a permanent, like, you could always detect magic, but I can make something that will allow you to cast it once per day.
How much would that be?
Well, the magic does exist, and I just need to find a way to incorporate it onto an item. Were you looking for like an armband or like a ring or?
A ring would be fine.
Okay. And with that being said, with the time I have to put into making it, 200 gold pieces.
That sounds fair.
You pay the woman?
Yeah.
You do so, and she says, "Come back to me within the next 2 days, and I should have it done."
All right. Thank you very much.
Alrighty. Also, Yurok, to answer your question, yes, you can get someone to remove a curse. That would be, there is a spell called Remove Curse. However, on magic items, it's a bit of a tricky thing, because the item might not have an enchantment after you remove the curse.
Yep.
It's part of the deal with the
I'm
magic
just
items.
trying to get
It's-
rid of them.
Sure, you could always turn it over to the authorities.
Yeah.
I could. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna turn in the 10 sanity daggers I have.
Okay, and I assume you explain to them what they are and what they do?
Yes. What they are, what they do, how I got them,
They'll take them off your hands, and there won't be any issues there.
Hooray.
And, well, which meantime we're talking about this, possibly tomorrow in game, me and Tiny were probably gonna do gun training, teaching Blue how to use the gun.
Okie dokie. So, with that being said, you guys rest for the night?
Yes,
Before,
I need sleep.
Before resting, I'd like to doodle on my wizard's mask to make it non-threatening.
Paint like a kitty cat face on it or something?
Yes,
Paint loots on it, flowers,
pretty much, yes.
chocolates.
You know what? For
Rainbows.
funsies, roll me a sleight of hand check.
Alright.
Nice.
It's a very nice looking mask.
Sleight of hand. Pretty. I have a +4, so that's a 23.
I bring
Jesus.
What was the name of the lady I have? Because here we'll have to revisit. I just want to make sure I put it in.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the kitty cat lady?
Yeah.
I was say,
No.
Or are you talking about the gnome?
He just got paid. The one he paid just now.
Oh.
The gnome.
Oh, you're talking about Michelle.
Michelle. Thank you.
Yeah, she's the owner of the Scorched Hornet.
Oh, okay.
Practically burning.
I thought you wanted to go back to the gnome.
I would have like, why?
Time to cheat.
Don't want to ever see her again.
Gazir is getting a bit.
Hey,
How's it going, honey?
How's it going, sweet cheeks?
Watch it, Conan the Barbarian. Nice, Yurok. Nice. Just, Kazir has nightmares. Get away! Get away! Get away!
Get away! Get away!
Freaking Bloodborne. Anyway.
Okay. We
Anyways.
done for tonight, Winter? Because I know what we'll see.
Hold on. So you guys rest for the night. And the next morning you wake up.
Yay.
I'm not dead.
And you guys wake up and start coming downstairs. However, as you do, you notice something off. There's no one else downstairs.
Ah,
Sweet, we got the inn to ourselves, guys.
The place seems empty.
Oh wait, I'm not sleeping the same night, so I'll just stay silent.
But I say Henrik is the only one who's not anywhere near here. But you guys start coming down the stairs for breakfast, as you normally would. And you notice that Daniel is not behind the bar currently. And as you come down the stairs, you do see one individual sitting at where the bar stool is.
It's Garland, isn't it?
He looks at you all.
No.
This person is wearing standard looks like basic like leatherish armor, but it's well adorned, very well decorated. Various symbols on it. You watch as he on his side, you notice that he has a singular sword. This man has reddish skin with brownish hair, and his face has various goblinoid features. As you walk down, he turns to you all. So, this is what we've had to deal with.
Are you the Inquisitor?
I see that you've foreseen me coming. You see the rest of the party seems a little off-put.
I would like to go up and put my hand out for a handshake.
I assume that you must be blue.
You would assume correct.
The Inquisitor is is a title. You may call me the Uto Rook, or Uto for short. Inquisitor for the Tanaruk.
I'm hungry. Can we get some, who the fuck are you?
I assume that you must be Garnan.
I'm just gonna go back upstairs.
I wouldn't recommend
Smart.
that. You watch as he looks at you and goes, I wouldn't do that, because you're all under arrest. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, yay, we have to fight a bit.
Just call your mercenary with the gun. It'll be fine. Claire, I won't burn you alive.
You're just sitting there. With a
Goblinoid
sword.
sounds
You're
like a cool
under
name for
arrest.
Nosebookers. Yes.
That was a good campaign. Good
That was-
day.
Well, guys, it was a good campaign. It was fun while it lasted.
But
Sorry, no, I'm tired.
I look forward to
Brain
playing Stabar next. Woohoo!
I see you guys.
Tina's gonna be
Man, I can't wait
interesting.
for campaign 2.
You guys got to.
It was a good job.
You guys finally got to meet the last of the criminal organizations.
Yep.
That time, damn.
But I mean, obviously, there's still like gangs and everything out there, but that work small time and everything. And as you
But yeah,
as
the
you-
last of the big.
yeah, as far as the like large acclaimed groups, you've met some of them. Obviously, however, you've only met the leaders of only one of these groups.
Yeah. No.
And that's Theander, the leader of the Neo-Naga.
So, are we going to go peacefully, or are we going to fight our way out?
What do you think, Stray?
I'm gonna try and talk to him.
Just go peacefully, and then behind the scenes, just call your mercenary. You'll be a sniper.
Yeah, probably the true way to deal
I
with it.
want to plunge my newly upgraded sword into his fat fucking face. So,
Billman has a new sword and shield, so you'll be fucking pissed too.
Kadir's debating on grabbing his daggers.
Quick question, Winter.
Yes.
Does the user wear metal armor?
No, his is more leatherish armor.
Okay.
For his
He's-
class, he does not wear heavy metal armor.
He's
I'm
a
gonna go
warlock.
now. Bye bye.
Bye.
He's a
Well,
druid. He's a
Night,
druid.
Ralph.
He has to be a druid. Ah, no.
He's a warlock.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking Jerk because he said he couldn't find that number.
But either way, you guys, about to say, you get to meet the last of the groups. Obviously, no leaders. You guys technically have only met 2 leaders of any groups, and that is Theander of the Neo-Naga, and you've met Valismir of the Broken Skull.
Yeah.
But he's
Well, technically, we met.
We met
Garland.
true.
Garland.
Garland recently was promoted.
So that technically counts.
So technically, you've met 2 leaders of the Broken Skull. You know of another leader of the Broken Skull, which is Ezrin. And
Yep.
also you are. You've now met, and you've also met Theander, the leader of the Neo-Naga. About to say,
I'm gonna have to call Theander.
just go like, "Hey, buddy." So,
I knew that as soon as I saw Garland, I should have shot my arrows at him.
We
But-
would have died.
would have been a rough battle. So I definitely understand where Stray's coming from, though. I've definitely had those moments.
A reincarnated. No, not reincarnated. That's a resurrected Hydra.
Definitely a weird situation.
Hag's blood and the blood of Bow.
All right, hold on 1 second before we continue this conversation, though. I am going to end the stream here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Yurok, thank you so much for joining and chatting with us for a bit, man. Appreciate your company.
Bye.
But for
Bye.
now, I hope you all take care. Stay healthy. Hopefully, I'll get to see you next week for next week's session. But for now, I hope you all stay frosty.